Good evening. We're back. Tonight, we'll be discussing Battlefield Earth, Travolta's hit 2000 film. I'm your host, the man on willpower. I'm Nick. I'm joined by Dante and Travis tonight. Thank you for being here.
Oh, you're too much.
Thanks, Nick.
Wow.
Glad
Great
to
to
be
be
back. This was
there.
a good one.
I'm
Yeah,
very happy to be out in the shed on a night like tonight.
yeah. We're all out in the shed, missing someone, but it's fine.
What is he
Mm.
doing again?
He made plans or something?
Yeah, the old ball
Oh,
and chain dragged him
Yeah,
God knows where on a Sunday night.
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess we'll let it slide.
I think we have to. I mean, we have to let it slide, but it is what it is. You know.
What it is.
Well, let's learn about Scientology a bit. So, Travis, you said you don't know anything about it.
Well, I was doing a little bit of Googling and Wikipedia and earlier. So I think I know the gist of it, but
Mhm.
I I can't claim to be an expert on the doctrine.
So, Dante, what would you say the foundation of Scientology is?
That's a that's a damn loaded question. It's honestly I think it's just based on whatever L. Ron Hubbard likes, whatever can make him some money.
Yeah,
Because at first it was Dianetics, and then Dianetics stopped making him money. So then it became Scientology, and Scientology, he just kept adding new things on to make him more money. So
yeah, yeah. It's about L. Ron Hubbard's bank account. I think he had a quote
yeah,
that was like, "If you want to be really rich, make a religion."
yeah,
So, so in Dianetics, I think the main point of it is that all of our ailments are the result of things called engrams, which are pieces of emotional trauma in us that we have to resolve. They're very against psychiatric medicine, and they believe in a process called auditing to understand your own traumas and resolve yourself. I think on the surface this seems more reasonable, but then it it evolved to incorporate these beings called thetans. I guess, do you have any questions about this so far, Travis?
Is this literally like the same stuff that Philip Seymour Hoffman was peddling in The Master? Is it the
I've
same
never seen The
thing?
Master.
it's very similar. I think I think there's more similarities in like L. Ron Hubbard and what's his character's name? Lancaster Dodd. Like
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the extent of the similarities. I mean, he is ultimately like trying to promote a religion in the movie, but it's there's like enough levels of or yeah, there's like enough levels of disconnect from Scientology to where it's like not the same thing, but if you read into it, it is the same thing.
I mean, it seems because I remember watching that movie and there were like it was like hypnosis and Lancaster was talking about like living eternally and accessing
Yeah.
your past lives. It's a lot like that, right?
Mhm.
Hmm. It's very similar. It's
What in
it's
the
very
heck
similar
is
to that.
Xenu? What is
So
this?
anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. But so it began with Dianetics, which states that all psychological and physical issues are the results of engrams which need to be audited. Then it later evolved into the belief that you are actually a reincarnated Thetan. So the Thetans were, I think, a race that died and their souls are trapped in you. And your engrams that you have to resolve, they're not like your past traumas per se. They're the past traumas of all the Thetans that live inside of you. So
It's like every past trauma.
so yeah, so like there's the other thing is that there's levels to Scientology. There are OT levels. I
And
forget
that's
what
different than
O
T.
stands
That's
for.
different than T levels.
It's like
Op-
something Phaeton, right?
Operating Thetan levels. So
Ah,
as you progress in the church, you start at it's kind of like an RPG game. You start at OT1, and then as you pay more money to the church, you unlock higher OT levels, and this claims to come with psychic powers. And I think at like OT level 3 you learn the backstory of the Thetans. So
So it's
you
pay to play.
you have
yeah.
to pay a lot of money to learn this. So
So it's
here's
like
what
I'm
happens.
playing Clash of Clans.
It's yes, like a lot more expensive.
Clash of Clans in your brain, and instead of like goblins and
Yeah.
orcs, you're fighting the engrams or the
Yes.
Thetans trauma.
You're unlocking the power of the Thetan, sort of. So
What in the world is all this stuff?
yeah, so
I don't know
anyway,
what to tell you guys.
you
All right.
learn you learn in higher levels that there was this galactic overlord called Xenu. Now, I'm just going to read what ChatGPT says. According to the material, the Galactic Confederation suffered from extreme overpopulation, and Xenu devised a plan to resolve this. So he captured billions of people and transported them to Earth. Then he placed them near volcanoes and detonated hydrogen bombs to kill their physical forms. After the explosions, the spirits of these beings, known as Thetans, were said to cluster in disoriented masses. So he basically genocided them and their souls are floating around. Then it says that the souls were subjected to a long indoctrination process, and then they attached themselves to human beings. And that is how we have the Thetan in us, and we have all their trauma from this genocide embedded in our souls that we have to pay thousands of dollars to audit.
You think that people who paid all the money to unlock the higher tiers are mad that it got like leaked onto ChatGPT?
I would be pretty mad, to be honest with you.
Well, the
How many levels are
Scientologists
there?
are,
I think there's 8.
yeah. I mean, they're notoriously litigious, so it is kind of surprising that it is like readily available online.
Well,
Frankly,
I feel
that
like
they
it's
haven't
just too
filed
hard
suit.
to suppress at this point. They say John Travolta is at least OT3.
Damn, he's not even
I would imagine him
OT.
like OT8 or something.
Yeah, he's OT Travolta. Like they have to make their own
Yeah.
level for
I
Travolta.
imagine I imagine like the Wild Hogs and Hairspray paychecks weren't very high.
Probably not. Yeah. It's
Can we just access what the eighth level knowledge is just by like Googling it?
I can check.
That'd be a crazy leak. Do you think they have to just keep increasing the levels when all the information gets leaked?
I feel like they
I don't
increase
know.
the levels when people get to the highest level and they don't have the powers that they were promised, so they just put a new level at the top.
They got it. They got to know it's bullshit, right?
The level
Like
where a
there's no
person
way.
becomes cause over matter, energy, space, time, thought, and life. The truth
That's at
revealed
level
about
8.
one's identity as a Thetan. I heard in the video, at least that Pep sent, that they claim you can have telekinesis,
Yeah.
this other
If
supernatural
you're
power.
level 8.
Yes. Yeah, I do want to go into the question though of do they know it's bullshit?
If you're level 9, does that mean you get to go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday?
Oh my god.
Well, here's the other thing is that the leader of the church now is David Miscavige, I think, and this guy just this is not a guy I want to disrespect, But this is him, and I think I heard claims that his wife is like missing.
That limey cocksucker can rot in hell for all I care.
Yeah, she's like famously been missing for like 20 plus years, I
Yeah,
think.
last seen in 2007.
Kind of looks like Evan Schmeiser.
You know, I don't want to disrespect David Miscavige because I don't want to be disappeared. So, you know, I respect their
How many
beliefs.
solid Scientology levels?
Hey, don't be such a dope, huh?
But the other thing about L. Ron Hubbard is that he, from that video, he basically failed at everything he tried in life, right, Dante?
Yeah, like pretty epically,
He
honestly.
failed. He couldn't pass exams in college. He couldn't, perform in the Navy, and then he
Well,
just
yeah, I thought it was great that the only way he was able to get into the Navy was for the United States to enter World War II. Like, that's the only thing that got him into the Navy
didn't he
was
go to
World
war with like
War.
a magnetic deposit or something?
Yeah, that video was saying I haven't looked up to corroborate it or anything, but
I
that he
believe it.
was like a captain of a submarine, and I
Yeah.
guess the radar, he thought like it was like some magnetic pole, deep underwater that he thought was like an enemy sub, and, like, just tracked after it for endless hours, and it led to nothing.
I I find I mean, yeah, it's a cult. It's very interesting. What I find so weird though is that like how did it catch on initially? Because I feel like with religions like part of the thing is that the texts are so old that there's a mythic quality about them with the other major world religions, but this was literally some guy in the 60s or whatever that just said he intuited all this, and then suddenly Dianetics auditing centers opened up, and it caught on. Like how does that happen? I mean, that just seems so crazy to me. Like
Yeah.
what if some guy came out today and said, I intuited that there's a galactic overlord and you need to audit your past lives.
Nick, you
Like
should watch The Master.
Mm.
I don't need to watch a movie. I know history.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but
it's honestly a lot like some guy coming out and saying that when Mexicans come to America, like, they're all rapists and
Mm.
murderers, and
Well,
people
maybe.
believed him, so you
Maybe the
just need,
math
like,
is just better
one
for
thing
them.
to back you up, and I think it's enough for people
Yeah.
to get in line, or you need enough people who aren't content with their life and
Mhm.
are looking for something different, and people will buy in. And certainly, like,
that's
back
right.
when Dianetics, like, first hit the bookshelves, um, I don't know what, like, the literacy rate in the country was, but I gotta believe that maybe had something to do with it.
I feel like it was probably decently high. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe people were disillusioned by the main religions and were looking for something different.
Bullshit.
I don't know. I was thinking it would actually be very cosmically funny if this was the one true religion. Like, what if that's the big joke of life? The meaning of it all is that only L. Ron Hubbard could intuit the truth, and then we're all gonna meet like Xenu one day. I feel I would applaud.
It's like that it's like that South Park episode when, um, uh they're down in hell and like they have a new class of people for the day who got sent to hell, and like
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, I was a devout Christian. Oh, I was some kind of like evangelist." They're like, "Nope, sorry, you picked the wrong religion. The right religion
Just
was
like one.
Mormonism."
Well, I mean, I can't prove Scientology's wrong. It's sort of unfalsifiable,
Yeah,
but
but
I just
does
find it
that
unlikely.
does that make it like true or plausible? Because you can't apply, you know, logic and fact to discredit it.
Mm. I think it's a big question. I feel like it's just about how it makes you feel. And to me personally, I don't really resonate with it, but like I don't know if thousands of people genuinely believe this and it speaks to them, I can't really dispute their experience.
That is a good
Here's a
point.
question that is here's a question that a Scientologist would ask, and I don't know if I necessarily subscribe to
Mhm.
it, but they would probably ask, is there any chance that this is any less likely than um, you know, other religions that
Mhm.
millions of people subscribe to?
Yeah, remind me, Nick. I don't know if you know, but like there's a whole section of Scientology that's like based around discrediting Jesus Christ
Is
as
there
like a
really?
holy figure. I'm fairly certain.
There might be. What do they think of Jesus?
I think that they don't regard him as any sort of like biblical or holy figure. I think they just see him as
They
some
view him
Can you
as a
imagine?
significant, non-divine historical figure. He's a
Mm,
man who brought knowledge and spiritual concepts, including some from reincarnation. I mean, they could say it's not. I mean, they could say it's no more um, difficult to believe than other religions, but I just, I don't know. I mean, like the Bible has like, well, I mean, whatever you think of it, it's an ancient, tradition with like stories told over generations, and like a compilation of a lot of very very old wisdom and a long tradition. This is literally just what some guy thought up. I just feel like the recency of it makes it so hard to accept. Though,
yeah.
though I do think it does sort of pull from other traditions. Like it is sort of like similar to reincarnation in Hinduism and the karma cycle, but that was something that was mentioned in the video. Also, do you hear my dog barking in the background? I'm sorry if you can hear it.
Nah, I can't
Okay.
hear Mo.
Mm.
Well, it's like the karma cycle. I was like kind of reading more into this recently. It's more about finding enlightenment. I guess there's a number of different interpretations of it, but it might be more about finding enlightenment so you can escape the cycle. Whereas in Scientology, it's just like gaslighting you into thinking you're traumatized by something that happened to a Thetan. It's just so dumb.
I think well, I guess when you like boil religion down to something that just merely exists to give people purpose or
Mhm.
to help them realize
Mhm.
their destiny or fate or whatever,
Mhm.
then Scientology, I mean, fits that bill. Uh, just
I
like
mean,
I guess
yeah, I
in the
mean that's
same
what I'm
way
saying.
that
Like if it resonates with people, I'm not gonna like
yeah.
take it away from them. I really dislike the cult aspects, and having to pay for it. It
Mhm.
just makes it feel so shady. Like other world religions, anyone can go into a temple and judge it for themselves. Whereas this is like you have to pay probably, I don't know, what, tens of thousands of dollars to reach OT8. It just is so evidently a scam.
Yeah, are there levels like that in the Catholic Church? I'd be curious.
No. Well, there's only levels like that in if you're in the leadership, like I guess some could argue that like the Vatican is sort of like a secretive thing, but I mean for like normal churchgoers, there are no levels. Like
Well,
anyone can get confirmed.
you could like make the case that um, the more money you give to your church, the higher status you'll have in society.
I'll say too. I mean, they used to. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in like the
No,
Middle
I know what
Ages
you're
and
talking about.
it used to be that you just have to like pay to get your sins
What
atoned.
I want to say it was like an indulgence. This was actually in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
indulgences are a practice within the church that grants remission of the temporal punishment due to sins whose guilt has already been forgiven. I do feel like that is like the that idea is just a corruption of the original teachings. though of like the Bible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dante saw a few people who were like charging money for soul cleansing down in
Yeah.
whatever fraud
Oh yeah,
layer.
we'll talk about that when we read that book. Yeah, there's a lot of like the frauds. They definitely suffer. But Jesus did say, he said, if you give, don't make a show of it. So I think the idea of like you donate and you move higher in the church is
Wait, say that again. What did
he
Jesus?
said he said if you when you give, don't tell anyone you gave, or you will receive. So
So
yeah,
humble.
yes.
The system of indulgences was what it was called. I
I
remember
mean,
this
yeah.
from Canterbury Tales.
Can you say indulgences are any more or any less corrupt than Scientology or like OT levels though? I mean, you know.
As more
Yeah.
indulgences were granted, a complex system evolved whereby the church could calculate exactly how much time off purgatory each one was worth. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
this
that,
was
that it
Not
is
not to
interesting.
mention that the money they were paying these indulgences with were probably it was all like earned through like ill-begotten means.
oh yeah. Yeah.
And it is interesting how it's like attacking
Job.
it from the opposite side. It's like you are impure and sinful, so you have to
Mhm.
cleanse it. Whereas with Scientology, it's like, oh, you can get all these special abilities if you pay extra money.
But I do feel like it's also like you are traumatized and have to resolve your trauma.
True. The trauma of the Thetans.
The Thetans. Well, here's my question. Why did the Thetans, why'd they have to detonate hydrogen bombs if they put them next to volcanoes? Like, why not
No,
just
no,
throw them in a
Nick,
volcano?
come on. That's too good of a question. You can't ask that.
I mean, if
You're
I get
making
to
too
OT
much
level 8.
sense.
I will say, I do, y it's kind of a, controversial subject, but the Scientologists are very against psychiatry. And that's actually I think one of the reasons the enemies in Battlefield Earth are called cyclos.
Yeah.
I I think it's sort of a gray area of when you should use medicine, but I do kind of agree with them on not like they're very against like giving ADD meds to kids, and I do somewhat agree with them on not like over prescribing meds to young kids and instead trying to like figure it out through spiritual means. Though I mean there are definitely cases where you need medicine. It's just I don't know. I'm somewhat sympathetic to their view on this.
Well, I think like the whole reason that distrust of psychologists uh you know started was because they totally rejected Dianetics when it first came out. So
Mhm, mhm.
like L. Ron Hubbard kind of ingrained that in the church to be skeptical of psychology and
I could see that, but also like I don't know. I know psychiatrists they're making hand over fist dollars like pushing meds to kids. So I'm just like somewhat I don't know. Though I
You don't
mean
think they know? You think they're a bunch of fucking morons?
but no, I do it is complicated because yeah, it does go against Dianet. The thing is like I don't know, maybe there's no good side because I would say it's better if Dianetics were like free, right? Like a alternative to it where you just try and resolve your trauma, but it's like you have to pay to go to a Dianetics center and do an audit. So I don't know. Maybe it's all bad. The other thing though is they have an e-meter, which is one of the dumbest things ever. Like um it is a device that measures skin response in auditing sessions. And it's used to help locate engrams. So I think this is just some bullshit device that will randomly like pick up signals in your skin. I don't know how anyone could take this seriously.
Seems like it's making a lot of people gay.
Maybe we should
yeah.
maybe we should do an audit if we meet in person on the show.
I'm
What do you
curious.
eat?
Can you buy an e-reader?
There's no way
Like
you can. Well,
there's got to be a way you can get your hands on one.
what if what if our e-meter just goes like through the roof? We're just
Who
loaded with it.
manufactures these? Do they make them themselves?
I think they got it. Oh, maybe you can get one on eBay.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh my god, wait. Huh. Mm.
It looks like
Oh
you can buy it
wow.
online.
You can build one maybe.
Wait. This guy's name is his Reddit username is Jim Jones.
Fantastic.
That's a little too much. That's uncanny.
There's plenty of
I
them
cannot
online
give
for sale.
instructions for building an e-meter. Damn. Come on, ChatGPT.
Wow.
It involves electrical components placed in contact with the body.
You could probably just get a polygraph and just like hit it with a hammer a couple times, and it'll probably work the same as an e-meter.
Well, L. Ron Hubbard wasn't even like an engineer, right? Like, how do you make this? It's just got to be bullshit. It's just like probably like a polygraph, but like just shuffled some parts around.
I mean, he probably considered himself an engineer, but just not a good one.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Ah.
Like I said, I think the funniest of all possible worlds would be if this was all true. I think that would make all existence worth it if that was the big joke.
Oh God!
Agreed.
Well, so that's Scientology. I hope you learned something, Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts overall?
Well, I can see how people would buy it if I think to Dante's point, if they're down on their luck, like a Freddie Quell sort of person.
Mhm.
I mean, it is cool.
It is cool.
It's pretty much just like, I don't know. You read a sci-fi book and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if this was like real, and then this guy's telling you like, oh, it's actually real, and you're like, oh yeah, like that's kind of sick.
It is
I like
it
that.
does kind of seem like a religion of the future.
Like, what if J.R.R. Tolkien like told you like it was all like it all actually happened?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Well,
oh,
the other
that's
thing
really
is this was
cool.
before social media too, so it wasn't like, holy
Gentlemen.
shit. Wait, is this real?
Gentlemen.
Is this real, chat?
Whoa.
Oh,
Chat. Wait, let's hit some drops. Hit that slave drop.
Oh yeah.
I am but a lowly Klingo language slave.
I was gonna say to clip that because it was so funny, but I forgot. But you just knew.
Dude, when that guy
I laughed
when
so
the-
hard at that.
I was like, what?
I'm a lonely slave. Well, we just did an overview of Scientology. Travis
lovely.
didn't know about it, but we were going over their beliefs and everything. Do you have anything you want to share about your thoughts on the religion?
You know, I gotta say, I watched the explainer that you sent. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
My main like take is like I don't understand what the sell is to regular people. It kind of
Mhm.
seems like you get a lot of perks if you're rich, but if you're just like the rank and file, I mean, enlightenment is great, but like there are a lot of other pathways that offer enlightenment that don't require you to like become a forever slave, like for
Mhm.
infinite years or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
You
what
fucking
was it?
donut.
A permanent contract? Like that I'd never heard of before. That was
What is
crazy.
the permanent contract?
If you're like a rank and file soldier and you don't
Mm.
have like if you're not John Travolta basically, if you're not like an actor, you
Yeah.
can join and receive like the auditing and some of the like more sacred texts if you sign like a basically forever contract to work for them.
What does working for them mean?
Well, did you guys in any of your research did you
A
guys look into like
billion-year contract? What the?
yeah, billion-year contract? Did you guys know that the headquarters for Scientology is like in Clearwater?
Bullshit!
Clearwater.
it
It's
was in
like
California. It's in Florida.
yeah. It's like
Wait,
30
really?
minutes from 30
We should
minutes from
all.
Tampa.
Oh my god, we should all take a trip.
Well, so Clearwater is really interesting because I guess like years ago when the town was a dump, they offered the Scientologists like a really good deal to get in. Because like I guess they wanted to buy like a ton of land, and now um they'll like gang stalk you if you're like just walking around and like moseying around. Like they don't want anybody on the streets. It's really strange. It's kind of like spooky. If you like there's people that like will go and they'll like use chalk and they'll like write stuff on the ground outside of like the Scientology buildings, like, this is a cult, whatever, blah blah blah. And like within minutes, like they come out with like buckets of water, just like 10 or 15 of them, and like dump water all over like the chalk and everything. Like there's it's pretty well documented. Like a lot of people that are like they've lived in Clearwater forever, they like hate Scientologists because they're like turning the town into like a cardboard cutout of a town with like all this weird stuff going on in the background.
That's a lot of jerking off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Dante,
awesome.
I don't know if you remember when we went and saw
Yeah.
Krungden, that was Clearwater. And do you remember like all those
Yeah.
guys that were like getting off the bus and they were like all in suits
Yeah.
and
I
like it was really
remember
spooky.
when we were walking to the venue, there were so many like storefronts that it looked like they had nothing inside, but there was a sign over top that said like Church of Scientology or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's like a Disney
yeah,
World town. Like there's all these facades, but there's like nothing inside. I mean, they're probably like doing stuff inside, but it's not like a storefront or
that
anything.
is wild.
It's really weird.
My God.
Oh God!
They have a cruise ship too.
What?
Yeah.
You
Which
guys
I
want to
guess
start
is
our own
probably
religion?
like what Lancaster Dodd's cruise ship was based off of.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I think didn't L. Ron Hubbard famously like get into some scheme where him and a business partner where like they were
Oh yeah.
planning to buy and sell yachts for
Mhm.
profit, and then I guess he just ended up like fucking over his business partner and
Yeah.
stole his wife and stole a yacht and just sailed around the world for
Didn't they say they shared a girlfriend?
Is that what they
Yeah.
said?
I think so.
I
Jeepers
am but a
creepers.
lowly Kinko
This is like
language
if a
Yeah.
slave.
2007 mortgage broker made a religion.
I gotta say
Oh.
though, I kind of respect the fact that he has this like whole creative universe, like the soundtrack for
Cinematic
Dianetics.
universe.
It's pretty neat.
Taylor, I
The
was saying we should
FCU?
do it like an auditing session, like with an e-meter.
That would be pretty pog.
Well, yeah, that's Scientology. ChatGPT says you can hit OT3 for like $6,500, which is not that bad. Well, some estimate $200,000. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Ah, jeez,
I thought
dude.
that video that we watched made it sound like it was like
We
hundreds of
can't,
thousands
Travis.
of
I
dollars.
can't click that link. I can't click that link, Travis.
Oh. Oh.
I can't.
They have some pretty good videos. This David Miscavige guy seems kind of nice.
What's going on, big guy?
If I just became a Scientologist.
I mean, dude, I'm not gonna say a bad thing about that guy because his wife's been missing for 20 years. I mean, I wish nothing but the best to David
Yeah,
Miscavige.
when I was listening to the little primer and it was talking about like all the retaliation, I was like, man, are we entering some dangerous waters by making this video?
I mean, maybe. Well, Taylor, what I was saying is like, I can't disprove Scientology, and I think it would be really funny if it was actually the one true religion. You know?
Yeah, that would probably be like funniest possible outcome.
That's what I'm saying. That would be the funniest possible universe if only L. Ron Hubbard could intuit the truth of it all. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
it
know.
gets a bad rep because of all the scamminess. Like
I
maybe
just don't like the
Elrond was
cult
right, but
aspect
he was
of it.
also a greedy like mongrel,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Here, yeah, I think that's a pretty good overview on Scientology. Maybe we can get into the movie. What do we think?
Yeah.
I
Dante, could
suppose
you lead the discussion around the movie? I got to eat a little bit. I'm gonna go on mute.
you got to eat some. You
Just
got to
get everyone.
refuel, Nick boy. Got to
Want some
refuel.
pizza pie?
Just what do you want? No, just get everyone. Pause. I'm gonna try and eat something.
What do you want? You want a pizza pie?
You want a pizza pie or do you want a caro nut pie? What are you feeling, Nick boy?
Ooh.
Bro, I'm on mute trying to eat a steak. Just I don't know, Karen. Keep going.
Caro nut pie. So, okay, so Battlefield Earth, we're diving right in. Straight into the deep end. My God. Well,
My notes
John,
on this movie are so funny, like out of
yeah,
context.
I honestly like I have a couple notes, but I was just so like it was like a bomb was going off. I couldn't even take real notes on this film.
like a hydrogen bomb, Taylor, disintegrating
Some of
your
some of
human
my note
form.
some of my notes out of context include what is happening? How is this fat ass so fat? This shit is so retarded. Why does John Travolta have such a big bulge?
Oh
God, their
God!
legs look stupid. It's it's like literally all my notes are like that. So so bad.
Yeah, there were so many choices made that I'm more curious in understanding how they made the decisions that they made than like watching and understanding the movie itself. Like
You're
I'd I'd
so right.
rather I'd rather watch a movie on like the creative process for making this movie than the actual movie.
I completely agree. I don't know
Ah,
how
jeez, dude.
It's
like
just
I don't know if the guy that directed this was like one of those Hollywood hotshots that was so high up in like the chain that he just was unquestioned, or if like this was coming from like Xenu himself, like all these like all the directions, so like they couldn't get challenged, but like
yeah. I mean,
the
you make a good point because I'm fairly certain this. Oh, there he is. Thanks, Jamie. The the director, I'm fairly certain he was like a George Lucas protege, and he worked on the prequel trilogy for Star Wars. I don't know in what capacity, but like apparently, from what I from what I read and watched, that they like offered this movie to to John Travolta and George Lucas, and they both turned him down. And then they found Roger Christian, and
Is this guy Scientologist?
the rest is history.
it would be funny if his last name's Christian and he's a Scientologist.
It looks like he has some other like sci-fi movie credentials here.
Yeah, I really don't want to think that this guy is just like a total brain dead idiot, but
He's from the UK. Maybe that makes you like immune to Scientology.
Oh, he worked on Alien?
such a dope, huh?
it's pretty wild.
Nostradamus.
Oh,
Let's get to that personal life section. Let's cut straight through.
So you guys didn't like this movie, I take it,
Oh,
overall?
yeah. I I
I
mean,
don't
I
know
think
what to tell you guys. All right.
I think it's when you like analyze it from the like a Scientology lens, I think it's interesting, but I think it sucks. I think it sucks like major. Christian is a Buddhist.
wait, I made a slip. Did I say earlier? Did I say they offered it to John Travolta and
You did. I was
Uh,
confused. I thought
no,
you
I
meant
meant
John
to say
Travolta was going to direct it.
no, I meant to say Quentin Tarantino. Jesus, I don't know how many times I'm gonna.
They wanted Tarantino to do this piece of garbage.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain they offered him the director role on the movie, and
What
he
a
turned it
what a
down.
redditor what a redditor list of favorite directors to have.
Peter Jackson and Tarantino.
What's going on, big guy?
That's the most like redditor fedora take I've ever read.
Yeah,
And he's a
Trav,
Buddhist. That's
Trav, what was that? What was that term you had for people in Japan who it was like
Oh,
losers back home? Is that
LBH, loser back home. This would be a
LBH?
loser. Yes, a Buddhist who loves Peter Jackson and Quentin Tarantino would be an LBH for sure.
Christian does not consider Battlefield Earth to be a Scientology movie, as he intended it as a throwback to regular science fiction. What does that mean? Oh, I don't know if you guys saw it. I pulled this up on Amazon Prime, and it does say in like the Amazon Prime description that like this movie did something different from like science fiction perspective. I don't understand. Like maybe I'm not like a film nerd enough to understand what they did different other than like making bad choices, but like I don't think this movie is like breaking any ground, but the Amazon Prime description made it sound like
I
this
don't
movie
know.
was
Hmm.
maybe like breaking new ground in like a pile of shit. I don't know.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
come
water
in with.
dripping off?
I'm done most of my food, but I'm gonna come in with the hottest take ever. Okay, and this is kind of sad, but
Right.
I'm gonna give you a list and try and guess what they all have in common. Every Star Wars movie after Return of the Jedi, Denis Villeneuve's Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2, every Alien movie after Alien 2, and every episode of Star Trek after Voyager.
They don't all have Zendaya in them.
Are you saying they're all bad?
I'm saying I think they're all worse than Battlefield Earth.
Well,
Holy
yeah, you know, if I could, if I could say, now this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think my overall take for this movie is that this movie could have been really good if it wasn't really bad.
I completely agree.
What I'm getting at is like I was watching it and it's obviously a disaster. But I was thinking about it just in terms of
Disaster is such a good way to put it.
well, I was thinking about it just in terms of like you know the uniqueness of the vision. You know, like I feel like it's a very different vision than other sci-fi movies. And I was like, just despite all of it, I feel like it's somehow probably in the top 50 percentile of sci-fi products I've seen, which is extremely depressing
Yeah.
because it seems like, I mean, like the Star Wars sequels and everything, it's just all so boring and stupid and bland and forgettable. This movie is at least insane. I think the idea, and maybe one of the reasons why it didn't work, I think the idea of depicting humanity as this degenerated, animalistic, enslaved race, I think it's interesting. I don't think a whole lot of other sci-fi ever like touched that. Of like humanity is literally just enslaved and one button press away from being genocided. Like I feel like it's a cool premise, but
Yeah,
everything about it failed.
I have the same I had the same kind of thought after the end. Like if you closed your eyes and had somebody describe this film to you, just
Mhm.
the plot beats, I think you'd say that movie rules. I think I'd want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
But then you watch it and I mean, the movie happens.
I mean, I'll be
Yeah.
honest, they don't I don't think they really needed to tweak anything crazy. All they needed to do was the aliens needed to not look so comically ridiculous. A.
Yes,
B.
that's a big
The
problem.
plot needed to make more sense. There were so many ridiculous nonsense plot holes and like
I do want
confusing
to go through the
things.
plot like properly, But
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
agree.
think we could
Um,
do a proper scene by scene on this film. I think
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
But let's
But
go
like
into this a little bit more though, because I want to ask, like, how would you fix this movie? I wanted to ask everyone that, and it sounds like we're starting to get into that. So like, continue your list, Trav, because I want to know. Like, I feel like this movie could be good if like you did a remake of it. You know, like I want to know what, like,
if
what,
the
yeah, like what else?
if the aliens did not look like absolute clowns, because I think that the aliens were honestly like kind of well done in terms of like the way that like they were so evil and disgusting and
Yeah.
like just wrong that they do a good job of making you hate them. But
Mhm.
then they look like clowns so that the
Yeah.
whole thing feels like a joke. If they had looked somewhat normal, I think it would have been fine.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is like the humans are just like not believable at all, and
Yeah.
everything the humans do makes no sense, and like the plot is all like disjointed. And so like if they could have just made the humans be a little bit more normal and reasonable and made the aliens look actually scary and not like clowns, I think it would have
Mhm.
actually been like fine.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Dante,
that's
Taylor,
my
what do
list.
you think? What would you
I
change?
I think this film suffers from in addition, I agree with what Travis said, but I think John Travolta sucks really bad in this film. And I think I feel like
Oh, you're too much.
I think every single line Travolta has in this movie, he has this like it's almost like there's a 10-second pause, he gets the biggest grin on his face, and then he delivers the line at like 150% volume and like intensity, no matter what the scene calls for. And it's really
Yeah.
like I mean, it kind of makes them feel more alien, like maybe that's just how they talk, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't translate well in the sense of like it's a movie and they're actors. Like it just kind of seems like
Mhm.
every line is really ridiculous.
Mhm.
And also I think what is it called? The like the cut angles on like
Everything's
throughout.
A Dutch angle. Yeah.
Yes. And I hate that. I kind of had a headache
What's
at
a Dutch
certain
angle?
points.
You know how
Yeah.
every scene in the movie is on a like a slight like angle tilted?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
I
even
was
mean that. I just mean every single action scene is like there's a cut to a different slow-mo angle every like 10 to 15 seconds.
I'm less familiar with this, but what I was referring to was this angle the whole film is shot at.
yeah, I was personally pretty nauseated by the angle and the quick scene cuts.
Yeah.
Uh, that that just made it like difficult physically to watch. And
Mhm.
I remember reading somewhere that it was like a stylistic choice by the director because
It was definitely a choice.
he wanted it to look like a comic book, but I
What?
mean, y yeah, I
Pretty
just
bad.
like, could you imagine a Battlefield Earth combined with, like, a Scott Pilgrim type movie where there's, like, animations and stuff that are
Mm.
from a comic book? I think it'd be
I've never
pretty
seen Scott
garbage.
Pilgrim, but yeah,
Um,
sounds
yeah,
good.
I mean, I don't wanna beat a dead cyclo, but, like, I agree with I agree with everything that everyone's been saying, like, this movie, but just based on the plot, you know, it has the makings of a real varsity athlete, but it does not live up to it does the movie does not live up to it in any way.
Mhm.
And there's so many minor things that would make this movie like 10 times better than what it is. It still would probably be a piece of shit because of Travolta's acting, but like even just minor tweaks could have made this so much better. But I feel
Yeah.
like Travolta's kind of like trying to harness his inner Shakespeare in playing this character. Like
Yeah.
he's just so grandiose and like, just so over the top that
Mm.
he just comes off as so laughable because he's not good at that type of acting. It's just not his.
Yeah, there's
Not
never
his
a line
style.
that he doesn't deliver at like 150%. It's ridiculous.
For some reason, it's like when he's in really bad movies, it's like he's fraying at the edges.
What do
Like
you mean by
he
fraying?
honestly, it's like he you know the vibe he puts off in like Wild Hogs, where he's like seems a little crazy, or like
Yeah.
in Look Who's Talking Now, he's like a little crazy, and like we talked about last week how he's like sometimes he was like a little drunk looking, like hungover, like he was gonna kill you sort of look. Like there's just like anytime the movie's bad, there's just like a craziness underneath the surface where he's just like
You think
wild.
the Scientologist insanity sort of comes to the surface?
He's like a
Like, you remember
negative
that scene
force
in
multiplier.
Mm.
Wild Hogs where he's like trying to convince everybody to do something and he just looks absolutely crazy. See if I can
I
find
think I know what you're
it.
talking
What's going
about.
on, big guy?
Anyway, but you guys continue. I'll do a little side quest
Yeah,
here.
I mean, I don't know if Travolta. I mean, part of it's just the director's fault. Like, I mean, the director has the final say on what footage they use and what performance they get. So, I mean, I feel like it had to partially be just really, really awful, tasteless direction. But
I
also,
just
I
can't
just don't know.
imagine a director saying like, "Hey, John, you said that with like a bit of with some touch. I think you should say it like you're screaming it across a room every single time, and you
Yeah,
should end every line with like a villainous laugh."
I mean, it's horrible, and I don't know if Travolta's really capable of playing a villain. I feel like
Wait.
it.
I found I found the clip I'm talking about. Sorry. Here,
Yeah.
you gotta play this. This is
Okay.
Wild
We'll
Hogs.
ask Jamie
This
to
is
play it.
Jamie. You gotta play it. This is like every bad movie that John Travolta's in. This is how he acts.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
He looks so sweaty.
He looks so crazy.
I
Holy
dominate a lot
shit!
of people daily.
Wow. Wow.
Like he looks like a
Just called
crazy person.
Travolta weird nonsense. He's like drenched in sweat.
He's like the
How
only
do,
one in this scene that's like drenched in sweat.
how do you get in character for this?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What do you
It's like, do you think it's him being like he's like desperately trying to make the movie good for his like career, and he's getting really overwhelmed and demoralized.
The chaotic nature we're seeing is him desperately trying to will the movie into like above 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's his thetans.
Yeah.
He's losing control of his thetans. That's what's
Yeah, he needs to get to OT4. He's trying to convince them about the hydrogen bombs. Yeah. Well,
Xenu came and trapped all the Thetans on Earth. I'm telling you, if you paid
you have a
if you paid
Thetan in your phone.
$30,000, you too could learn this.
What yeah, I mean his performance is quite horrible here. What would an ideal performance look like? And do you think like I have a few questions. One is what would an ideal villain look like and how would they act? And two, would you cast a different actor? Anyone can take this one.
Ask a different actor.
Who do you think you would cast?
And dude, he's like such a likable friend. Like I was saying, like you can't if you want these aliens to be actual villains, you can't have it be John Travolta.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
he's too
I don't
friendly
know.
and goofy.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know how like The Rock has in a lot of his contracts that like he can't be like bested physically by somebody. I feel like Travolta should have something where like he can't be like a really like a villain or like a bad person. Like I feel like it just doesn't it really doesn't work for him.
No. Yeah, I would probably cast someone else. And yeah, I don't know. Would you have them be like would you have them still be goofy at all, or would you have them be like dead serious and cold?
I think in this
Cold.
movie
Well,
the cold works. Like I
Mhm.
think the like how cruel they are is like in comparison to the humans is like
Mm.
I am but a lowly Kinko language slave.
Because yeah, I mean it's like one of the darkest visions of the future of humanity in like any sci-fi, yet it's just played so goofily. Like
yeah.
even in like even in Star Wars there's the Empire, but the Empire is still human. You know, you can have a good
Mhm.
life as a human in Star Wars. Here you're just you're living in an irradiated wasteland, and they're
yeah.
going to wipe out. They're going to exterminate humanity, but it's like, but it's so goofy. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
And I
that's the
yeah.
thing. Even the happy ending is kind of bleak because they're still living it. They're like they're living in like this destroyed version of Earth that's
I yeah, I
gonna
just
give them
feel
all radiation
yeah.
poisoning.
And like I don't know. I feel like it should just the movie should have just like looked darker and bleaker. Like some of the shot, I like some of the shots when they're inside and it's just like humans gathered around fires and hitting things with pickaxes and in cages. I feel like that kind of sells the idea, but I don't I feel like it should have been much darker to convey the weight of this story. But there's just so much goofiness in it.
What do you guys make of I went back and forth between thinking it was really funny and thinking it was like really like stupid. Uh, but when they had like all the humans like mining and they had those like giant alien pickaxes instead of just regular
I don't
regular
know.
human pickaxes. I thought it was like really stupid but really funny.
I don't I don't recall this, but I will believe you that there's a alien
I don't remember
pickaxe.
this either. I guess we'll see it.
Yeah.
Like ginormous pickaxes that are like the size of their bodies.
We'll take a look at it when we get there.
Like a
Yeah,
cyclo-sized pickaxe? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah, I agree with what everyone said. I think that additionally, I would probably cast somebody else as the lead because Johnny Goodboy is that what his name is? It's so forgettable.
Does he
Johnny
ever get
Goodboy
called
Tyler.
Good Boy?
Yeah, he's just not a presence. And I feel like there was no unique aesthetic that was recognizable. Like Star Wars had so much imagery that like everybody that just like resonated with people and there were toys of it all. This really doesn't have any, like image that stands out or any symbol. The cyclos look really stupid. And
I can't believe
yeah.
I don't know who sent it in our group chat, but like that there were like doll or not dolls, collectible figures of the
Yeah.
cyclos. Like what kid is buying that stuff?
It's I mean what you got to be an unlucky kid if you get that under your Christmas tree. But yeah, no, also like Travis said, I feel like the plot you definitely should change the I don't know, the plot just didn't feel great.
Every day, podcasters across the world are neglected, abandoned, and left without a voice. But with your help, we can change that. For just 60 cents a day, you can give a podcaster like Taylor a second chance, a new MacBook, a high-quality microphone, and the love he's been waiting his whole life to feel. Please, call the number on your screen now. Podcasters can't speak for themselves, but you can be the one who answers the call. Please, join the ASPCP today, because hope begins with you.
Yeah,
That was good. That was
I'm
very
sorry. It's
good.
hard to keep it together.
I was considering muting myself at one point, but
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully people join.
For less than the cup for less than the cost of a cup of a day, you can help Taylor.
I'm gonna get an upgraded setup in the next probably gonna try and ride some Black Friday deals, even though they're not deals. Just make me feel better about it.
What about Cyber Monday? That could be. You don't think that's a deal? Little Cyber Monday laptop deal?
Yeah, no, that'll probably be me. Probably
And
be
yeah,
me.
get the love you needed your whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a MacBook for like what, $1,000? I don't know. That's less than a cup of coffee a day.
Do you want lunch? With endless options for renewal.
Very good.
I was trying to find that while you were reading, but I couldn't.
I'm gonna clip it in the recording or in the video.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Taylor, what'd you think of those bits in last week's episode?
I was on the second one. I was laughing so hard that I like choked a little bit. And, like,
Yeah. Did anyone else listen to the last episode?
I only saw the Sabrina Carpenter one. I missed the second one.
There's two.
It was
There's two.
also
There's
a
actually
Sabrina
three.
Carpenter one.
There's 3 Sabrina Carpenter bits.
Oh, I missed the third one.
It's in the very end.
Nick, how did you record the like creepy noise going on in the background? Was that just you like talking into the mic? Like how did you do that?
I went into GarageBand and then I put it on a distorted electric guitar setting and then I started singing Sabrina Carpenter songs. And the end result was like one of the funniest things I've produced, I think.
It was a little scary, but it was
Yeah.
very well done.
Yeah.
The second one really killed me.
Yeah, the second one was pretty funny. Yeah, no, I gotta go see Sabrina Carpenter in person. She's pretty awesome. Anyway,
Fuck you!
sorry, you're more of a Dua Lipa man.
Yes.
Oh, you don't have the Europid blood memory. Anyway, shall we?
All right, let's get through this. Let's get
Shall
through
we
this
get-
schlock.
Yeah, shall we get into the slop proper?
I love that this is like the German version with the
Yeah.
German title.
All right. Well,
I started watching this at first, and then I was like really confused.
Okay, so question. I was genuinely confused. Somebody's like not back in time for the gates to shut. It's not the main character, right? It's like some other dude that she likes.
I have no idea.
No idea what you're talking
She-
about.
That's how the movie. That's how the movie
I don't know, man.
starts. The tribe leader is the elder is like, he's gone. He's not back in time. You need to move on and find a new husband. And then that's never brought up again ever.
None of these other characters mattered.
Is that why Good Boy went out on his horse to try and find her husband? Or
I thought he was hunting food.
Dude, I literally.
I saw one comment on a video. It was like, Johnny Goodboy sounds like the name of an adult film star. Yeah, this guy's horrible. I feel like he doesn't have eyebrows, which makes his face really unexpressive.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
Dude,
happened.
I'm telling you, like they were like, oh, he ran off, whatever, and then like all of a sudden there's like horses, and I'm like, how is there even a horse? Because they're like,
Yeah.
they have sticks, and they're in like the hills. So like,
It
what?
doesn't feel very thought
Dude,
out.
No,
Yeah,
this whole
so
thing, the whole first like 5 to 10 minutes is just shit happening with no like logical sequence at all.
Well,
Yeah.
another thing that happens in the first few minutes that I just couldn't help but laugh at is like he comes back and he gives the lady some herbs. He's like, I got all the medicine I can find, and then she's like, your dad died.
Oh yeah, and that was never brought up either.
And then he does that like scream, and like I hate the way that they slowed it down. It's like cutting around
Dude,
and all
shit
these
was just-
angles. It's horrible.
Shit was just
horrible.
happening. Shit was just happening one thing after another with no progression or anything. Also, it's been 1,000 years. How is there still a golf ball sitting there?
Yeah, I took a lot of issue with the amount of like society that still existed after 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I I didn't. I think there's a way that they could have done it that wouldn't have been like as cringe. I kind of thought it was funny how he like was really scared of something going on around him and it was just like a mini golf course. Like
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was funny. But then later when he meets those two other guys and they're like, "Yeah, we'll show
What
you
those two
gods." Like
guys?
the gods show up and they like something they mention like the golden arches or something and I think that's supposed to be like a joke about McDonald's.
Really.
And like
Oh yeah.
I hated that. That sucked.
I
I don't
yeah, I feel like I I kind of like the world building idea of like humanity living in caves and completely having forgotten their past, but it just comes across as like so dumb when they're like, "Look, that's a god," and it's just it's like a statue. It just feels like I feel like it's too dumb, but I feel like it could have been done in a cool way.
Mhm.
I don't know.
and like the fact that no,
What's that
I
guy
think
so
you're right,
fat?
Nick. I think you're right. He's like it's just too dumb.
I just like imagine if this took place at night and they're wandering through a city for the first
Did he just
time and they just
did he
have
just
no
walk
idea what it
into
is.
did he just walk into glass without like what
Wait,
was
they
that?
don't know what glass it is.
Yeah.
It looks so obviously it's not.
And the plastic, like the mannequins, are still there 1,000 years later,
But it's like
Mhm.
and
how has no one
the
traveled
clothes are
down
still on the
here?
mannequins.
You
Yeah,
fucking
like
donut.
Why is that guy so fat? He's like a caveman.
which guy?
One of the two idiots that he meets in the woods.
Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, he is really fat. He gets dispatched though, right?
I think so. Also,
I
that fire is so fake. That's the most fake fire I've ever seen. That was like something you'd have at like your log cabin, like a gas fire.
yeah. I found his one friend, I think Carlo, to be kind of sympathetic.
Which
The one
one
that
was
isn't the
Carlo?
fat.
The one that isn't fat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, here we go.
But I felt the
Inciting
action
incident.
was the action was just so dumb.
Oh yeah, and why did the color change in that like right when the
It's
like
green.
yeah, like
I
it
don't
just
know.
becomes green for some
It's just
reason?
it's
It's
just not
cinematic.
weird.
It's cinematic.
Is it?
It's green's the color. Yeah, green's the color of evil.
It's the color of the slime they drink. That actually, in that John Travolta interview, he says it gets them sort of high or buzzed all day. It's that green stuff they're drinking.
The green stuff.
You remember the green vials they drink in the bars?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah, this
got you,
scene.
Travis.
At least
Yeah.
the action starts relatively quickly, but
Oh God.
this scene just wasn't that great.
Dude, how is he that big? They're like literally scrounging. They're scrounging for berries in the woods for food. And how does he have a horse? How do they have saddles?
Uh,
Yeah, like how do they remember saddles
I
yet
don't
they
know what
don't
to
know
tell you guys.
what
All right,
glass is?
Oh no, not the horse. No.
It's just yeah, it seems I don't know. It just seems like the world building is a bit
It's
off.
just I just hate the over the top acting too. It's like in
Yeah.
that
And then they
last
got
in that like right when the
Robert
horse
Baratheon
gets
instead.
when the horse gets shot, he like has that close up on his face and he like does that like slow mo screen. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's this scene. I don't know if I think it's in a later action scene. I really hate the way that they shoot it.
All the action scenes felt bad to
wait,
me.
there's a scene coming up where he falls through like 7 panes of glass.
No,
after
that's right here.
Oh,
That's
right-
right here.
right here.
Stupid.
Like, what the hell? What the fuck?
He just keeps
It'll
going.
be so. Wait, are you sure Quentin Tarantino didn't direct this?
It's like inspired by the Matrix or
It would
something.
be so epic. It does sort of remind me of that one shot in Blade Runner though, where they kill the one replicant through the glass. You guys remember that?
Dude, the screen wipe.
Yeah.
I kept thinking I was watching like Phantom Menace or
Oh god.
something the whole time with these
It's
screen wipes.
yeah, the screen wipes. It is a better movie than Phantom Menace, though. I will say. Um, yeah. Any other thoughts on the intro? For me, it just doesn't. The tone just feels off. It doesn't. I think it's a
Oh,
cool
Dude, it just
idea.
doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't work. I don't
mm,
know.
Yeah, it's I also the few times that they use CG, like in this shot right here where he's like in the cage, it doesn't look good at all. I
Yeah.
don't think a lot like I was trying to compare it to others like
Mhm.
movies that use CG from a similar like from that time period, and I feel like this looks a lot worse than I remember others looking, but maybe I'm just being like too
I think
harsh.
everything looked kind of bad.
mhm.
All right, let me fix this first 15 minutes. Ready? Literally, it just opens with father on his deathbed. Johnny Goodboy's like, "Damn, dad's dying, and now I'm like lost." And then the girl's like, "Johnny, you got to stay closer to home. You can't keep venturing out there." Johnny says, "There's something better out there for us than this stupid life." And then he gets like abducted in the city by the aliens.
I like it. I
Like,
think it's
why did it
better.
have to be so stupid like this?
Well, you know how in like Star Wars you get I don't know, maybe the action starts too quickly because you know how in Star Wars you get that scene with Luke where he's talking about he wants to go away and he looks at the sunset and reflects on things.
Yeah,
Here
like
it's
they
just
should,
like
like they have something like that.
yeah.
There's no pod racing in this movie, so that's a big
I
letdown.
I also am just I'm kind of torn on what the correct way to do this movie would be because I feel like Star Wars works so well because it is like the traditional hero's journey where you go on an adventure, but here there's not really he gets abducted and is like it's almost like a jailbreak movie. It just feels I don't know. I don't
Well,
know if it would be better if they were like adventuring through the world and uncovering things because I don't know.
I
It
think
just
I feel like we need more backstory because I felt so uninvested in Johnny Goodboy, like
yeah
because I knew nothing about him and I frankly didn't learn anything about him throughout the whole movie. So if he had like some sort of backstory to make him more sympathetic and more
yeah
relatable to the audience, then like because like I literally could give two shits that he gets abducted because I know nothing about him and I don't care as an audience member. I'm just watching to see what unfolds because that's just how the movie's going, not because I care what's going to happen to Johnny Goodboy.
mhm. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a writer, so I don't know if but yeah, I like Travis's idea or just anything to make you care more about this character. He's just so boring.
Mhm.
Well,
Any good
make you care about it more, and just make it more, just make it simple.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is really confusing.
It's just convoluted for no reason.
With endless options for renew. With endless options for with endless options for renew.
Yeah. Well, let's yeah. So the intro is pretty bad. Let's maybe move on. So he goes to jail,
Yeah.
and
Oh, there's this scene right after this where he steals the gun and kills one of the officers, and then Travolta comes out and is like, "I don't
I don't
believe
believe
it.
it.
Try and take the gun."
I do feel like
So
some of these
so
I will
so silly.
it's really dumb. I will say the one thing I do give this credit for him. I don't know what these shots are called, but like I don't know these like establishing shots or like zoomed out like wide, almost like landscape shots of the city, like the one Jamie has pulled up. I think a lot of these look pretty solid. Um,
I do also like the idea of like the city, like the urban center being this like almost like it's like an encased like dystopian, I don't simulation's not the right word, but like it's almost making a point about like the city's just being like this penned in like well of evil, and then
yeah,
where
I
like
was
Johnny's
yeah. What do
from
you
is
think
like
about
the
the? What do you think about like the dome? I was looking up and a lot of people are pointing out that the dome would like block out the stars. It's kind of like a false firmament.
yeah, yeah.
Anyone else
Some might,
notice
you know,
that the city that they took over was Denver?
I
Place
did.
I was just at.
Whoa.
Just a synchronicity. I also have a crazy wild hot take at the end. It's gonna blow your mind. But yeah, no, I don't know. I kind of like
Mind
some of these
equals
shots.
blown.
I feel like some of
I
these
mean, like
shots
I
are
said,
pretty good.
this is a cool idea.
Like a
Mm-hmm.
ruined city overrun by aliens. Like I don't know. Like yeah, I mean some of this looks like pretty bad green screen, but I don't. I like the idea of just this bombed out city and humans living just like slaves. I think it's so dark, but the execution's just completely fails. I actually would want to see a remake of this movie, but like
Yeah, no,
done
I
properly.
think with like some good like with some love put into it, I think it could
Yeah,
be a good movie.
like I think
Some
yeah, I think
love
it's
and
just such
better
like
acting.
a
God,
yeah.
why
Then
did
things
her
go
feet
wrong.
look like that?
So let
Wait, I thought. Do you remember those? Do you remember those red boots, like a couple years ago, that were like all
Yep,
over social
mischief, the
media?
mischief boots.
Yeah,
That is
Jamie,
kind of what their feet look like.
Jamie, can you pull a
what the
picture up?
fuck is
Yep,
this?
big mischief, big red boot. That is what it looked like. Like they
What?
just
Wait,
look so stupid.
Jamie, try
Like
and find their
their
feet.
their boots are just massive. It
Do
shows it
you
when they
think?
open the
Oh, Jamie's trying to
shows it when
find
they
it.
open.
Do you
Yeah.
think they maybe consulted a little bit with Tarantino about the feet?
How dare you?
Costume
I want those
design
feet.
consultant.
I want those feet. I want those piggies. Give those piggies
Yeah,
some room to breathe.
What's going on, big guy?
I think big feet just adds a lot, man. I really do. I think big feet.
Mm,
An
yeah.
advanced race would have big feet.
Ah, jeez, dude.
Their feet are so big. Their
Like
hands
they're
are really
massive.
big too. You see their hands too? They're really big.
Oh yeah.
They look like little kids like trying on their dad's boots, like their dad's
Oh wait,
work
have you
boots.
ever guys seen the? I don't know if it's called the. What's the thing? Yeah, have you guys ever seen the homunculus? I guess their feet aren't big, but
Bro, what
Isn't
the
that
fuck?
Full Metal Alchemist?
this is
Oh God!
this is what a human would look like if you scaled the body parts to the amount of sensation.
Oh my god.
God,
I thought that was interesting.
that's,
Yeah, they have really
that's
big
so
feet.
disturbing.
They just oh,
Really?
just you're never gonna forget it. So Travis, I know your better half had some comments about the cyclos. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, yeah, she made a comment that she felt like the movie was racist, which I I didn't really
Uh-huh.
understand. And
Mhm,
she said because of the dreadlocks,
mhm.
which um I don't think was the point they were trying to make.
No, I don't
But I
know
guess
what the
I'll
deal
say
is.
generally speaking, I don't know why they gave the aliens dreadlocks.
It is well in Lord of the Rings the enemies had dreadlocks. It's just I guess to Western audiences very foreign feeling, but it just completely fails here. They look so dumb.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
horrendous.
I think
Well,
what do you think they should have looked like?
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what do you guys think of like in this context where the villain is like another species? Like, do you think they should look human? Like, how far removed from a human should they look like? Like,
I mean,
where's the line you cross where it's like, okay, this is stupid?
I think that the only reason they look human like is because of Travolta. Like he wanted his face all over this movie very
Yeah.
clearly, and he wouldn't have been able to do that playing the villain and being behind a mask or having his face altered so that he doesn't look like Travolta. And that's a big just for that reason
Here's a
alone. It
here's a
sucks.
suggestion. What if instead of aliens, What if the aliens had put like a group of humans in charge, and after 1,000 years, they had become like super crass and pretty much acted the same way as Cyclos, but then they could just like be played by humans,
Mm,
and they were
That
like
would
the sympathizer class.
I kind of
that
like
would
that.
yeah.
yeah, that would
Maybe
be
you could have
pretty
the
good.
Cyclos be like mysterious, sort of like how you don't see the Emperor in the
Yeah,
first Star Wars, and then maybe you like see one
yeah,
at the
like
end and it
Emperor
looks like really
Palpatine.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was I don't know if you've ever guys ever watched the Orville, but there's like trying to find it. There's like one of the alien races that look kind of like yeah, Jamie has it pulled up. They look like snake people. I kind of feel like something like this would have been more scary.
Oh
Um
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like I think like yeah, like something I feel like something like more reptilian and cold and less human would be better. I do
Could
also
you
like the
imagine John
idea.
Travolta dressed up or like made up like that? That would be really funny.
I just feel like you can't have Travolta be in this movie. Or maybe
Yeah.
like I don't know. Or he maybe could have been
Well,
like a I
well,
don't know.
that's like an interesting thing to talk about. Like, I after watching the Scientology explainer, like L. Ron Hubbard was really passionate about science fiction.
Mhm.
Um, and so it would make sense then that his like Scientology's strongest soldiers would be really into science fiction. And I
Mhm.
mean, this movie's like iconically bad, and Travolta's in it, but I'm thinking like him, Tom Cruise. Does Tom Cruise do a lot of sci-fi? Like that,
There's like
I
Mission
would just,
Impossible.
I would just think that, I would just think that they would be more adept and more interested in science fiction. But I
Mhm.
just don't think this is. I just don't think this is Travolta's jam. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just too dark of a movie. I was trying to think like would I have Travolta be a goofy side character or something, but I feel like
Oh,
this is a
maybe, yeah, maybe it would have made more sense if he was like the lieutenant guy
How
that
the
was
fuck am I funny?
yeah, I
kind of a
just don't know
dud.
if you can have like goofy jokes in a movie about like literally the extermination of the human race. It feels like this is a very dark movie, and it just mismatches with the tone. Like the subject matter and the how it actually comes across are just so dissonant.
Yeah.
He kills a cyclo. This was so weird when they just let him run away.
Yeah. What
Well,
the
they're
Yeah,
like
even the two other
disbelief.
guards just let him breeze right past.
And there's hoses and stuff.
Dude, look how stupid those things look. Look how big their feet are. Wait, go Jamie,
Oh,
go back and focus on his feet and his bulge. How big his bulge is.
ah!
Enhanced.
Jamie's pulling it up. It's hard to get the bulge and the feet in one.
You almost got it.
Oh God!
I can only get the feet or the bulge. I don't think we can get them both.
We'll talk about the feet for a second. Look how
Mhm.
stupid those feet are. They're huge.
It just yeah,
Okay,
it
now
feels just like
get the
creatively
bulge, get the
bankrupt.
bulge,
Get
get
the
the
bulge.
bulge.
Jamie needs to get
Oh
bigger for
no.
the feet.
Well, here's one thing that I had to I stopped myself. I stopped myself the other night when I was watching this.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ, that's so
Okay.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um I feel like like a modern film is so there's not enough practical effects and like real things in the movies. But like I it's neat to see more practical, like those are the like a that's like a bodysuit that they're wearing, right? I mean it looks ridiculous, but like it is kind of neat instead of having everything be like done in like post production where it's like, oh, we just slapped John Travolta's face on like an 8 foot tall CG rendered body that
Yeah.
looks ridiculous in a different way.
I mean, I prefer the practical effects generally. It's just here they're so dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
They look
And
like the
John
clown
Travolta
guys
look
at carnivals that walk on stilts.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he picks up he just looks so goofy, man.
It's like they're aliens, quote unquote, but like it's a dude with a goatee and dreadlocks.
The goatee does not help.
Like, literally, the only thing that's alien about him is he's taller and has like big furry hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're
why is there so much slow-mo? Like, I just don't
Why are they washing
understand.
them in their like tribal leathers when you want to like get them naked and put criminal clothes on or like prisoner clothes on them?
yeah. Also, what does he do here? He like takes the hose and tries to shoot them
And
with a
sprays
water
them.
hose. I will say it is a little reminiscent of some like civil rights stuff. Um,
What's going on, big guy?
Do you think that's what they were going for, or do you think that's just
it's all just the collective
Was that
unconscious.
necklace? Did that necklace symbolize something? I forget.
I think it
yeah,
was
that
an
was the
8 ball.
necklace that was the necklace that the lady gave him.
Remember him by or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't really care
Somebody
about the
somebody
symbolism.
died who we don't know who, like, what their relation is, and that necklace was important to that person who died that we don't ever see.
Yeah. Like, look how stupid that thing looks. It's like something you'd see at like Creamy Acres around Halloween time.
Yeah. Well, here's what's crazy though. In this next scene, we get introduced to teleportation, and I was just like, so you can teleport people across the galaxy, yet you can't like mine gold? That just seems so crazy. I don't know.
hmm
Well, we'll get
You
into
blew
how
it!
stupid John Travolta's plan was, but
It's really dumb. I
I love
also,
this
in
guy.
general, I don't really like teleportation in movies or sci-fi because it, and I feel like it's a problem in the end because it's just like it just makes everything feel so like meaningless if people can just teleport wherever. I don't know. I don't really like it
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make the final success just really.
because you know how like well we can talk about it when we get to it, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like it takes tension out of the plot if you can have people just teleporting wherever.
Yeah, what if
Also
what
takes
if they
tension out of
were
the plot.
flying in like a giant grease lightning instead?
Grease lightning, yeah.
Also,
Oh, you know what I was
also takes
terrified of at this point in the film? I was terrified that there was going to be a musical number or like a dance scene.
What did you say?
I kind of
Because
would have
I
liked
think
that.
I think this is the first film we've watched without any song or dance, right?
Blowout.
Yeah.
Blowout? Oh, sorry, missed it.
It's okay. Travis, what were you gonna say though?
um oh, what were you saying about the teleportation? It makes it what?
Like it takes tension out of the plot.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, it also took tension out of the plot when
What?
they put cavemen in a flight simulator and had them learn how to fly jets in 2 weeks.
Well, you can get. We'll get there. We'll get
A
there.
What's
flight
going on, big
simulator
guy?
that somehow worked 1,000 years later.
Yeah, don't think too hard. This is
It,
funny when they talk about like dogs.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty funny.
They're like they tried to. It feels like they're too dumb. Like who would ever try and use a dog for manual labor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
It
you're
just
not thinking. Maybe you're not thinking big enough. Maybe we're the dumb ones.
I don't know. It just felt like I felt like the humor was too goofy. Like one minute they're talking about enslaving the human race, and their next like they're like, oh, the dogs chauffeur the humans around, or the other way, or I don't know. It's
well,
just
they're idiots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
feel
the worst people ever.
like
They're they're gluttonous. They're stupid.
Dude,
They
yeah, this
delight in
guy,
other people's pain.
this
Like
guy
they're
with the
horrible.
goiter is
Yeah.
atrocious.
I
Oh
mean,
God.
they're
What
horrible.
is? He reminded me of another character from another show or movie, but I couldn't quite put my finger on who. The goiter guy.
Yeah, he looks like what the hell's it called from Dune?
The
Somewhat
Harkonnens.
the
The
Baron,
Baron.
yeah,
I
Harkonnen.
was gonna say they are a little Harkonnen-like. This scene though is actually hilarious. The endless options for renewal.
Oh, you're too much! With endless options for renewal! With endless options for renewal! With endless options
Like they
for
just
renewal!
delight in each other's pain and suffering. It's crazy.
I like that aspect of them though. I feel like it
No,
contrasts
it's good.
them
Like
with
it's like
the
the one
hu-
redeeming part of the movie is like how evil they are.
like I feel like it is a good contrast of how these people are all backstabbing and evil versus the honorable humans, but yeah, I mean, they just look too ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah,
Like I feel
well,
like they were trying to get at some good stuff here with like the cyclos or whatever, maybe
mhm.
being like representative of like the controlling elements of our society, and like Johnny Dogood or whatever his name being more of like the everyman.
Johnny Do Good.
But like
They're
but
all
they
like
just
about
like they
profits and stuff.
struck out. Yeah, they just struck out so hard.
Mhm.
They were tinkering around the edges of something good.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys agree with me that like a lot of I think the central plot is like a kind of like lines up with that story of Xenu?
In what way?
Uh, like him throwing them in the or putting them next to a volcano and blowing them up with
Well, I guess in the
hydrogen bombs.
extermination aspect, it's similar.
Well, yeah, wasn't it like this is like Xenu trapped a bunch of like what was it, body thetans like on
Thetans.
the earth
Yeah.
by nuking the place, and then like as a human, your main goal is to work through and develop your thetan, but like
Mhm.
you have to get rid of your body thetans. I feel like the cyclos are the body thetans, and like the whole film is like a triumph over your body thetan.
It's possible. I might have to think more about it.
That was my like gut reaction,
I
but
mean, it is
I
sort of
kind of
about
I
like overcoming your worst, or like purging the planet of something bad. I guess there's some parallels. I don't think it's exactly the same, but like maybe.
I don't. Yeah, it's not one for
I
one. It
mean,
just
in
that was
L.
what
Ron
struck
Hubbard's
me
Twisted
after.
Mind, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, they go to Planet Cyclo or whatever. They're drinking in the bar.
What was the drink called again?
I have no idea. It's something green though.
It had a really silly name.
I don't know if anyone remembers. But yeah, he's like taking a whole
Let me
bunch
try
of
and look
them.
it up.
Yeah, they're all so dumb.
Yeah, I was really
This
disappointed
was
by
a good
Forrest
like
Whitaker
this was a good
being in
like
this
break the
movie.
fourth wall sort of thing, because the humans are all having to
Kerbango.
eat slop, and we're like
I did
all
love this.
watching
I
slop.
love.
That's a great point.
Ah, jeez, dude.
All we got
It's
is
almost like the
slop tonight.
director's like the director's like rubbing your nose in, and he's like, "This is you right now. You're eating this slop."
It is just. It did also like predict a lot of society. How humans just. I mean, it's just like a slop hose. Just you go to fast foods,
It's
a
so
slop hose.
nasty. Well, it's
To
so
say the
dumb too. It's
Really
like
vile.
it's such an inefficient way to feed them because they're like trying to eat it with their hands and it's just getting everywhere. Like if they just gave it to them as dry rations, it would be so much more cost effective.
so funny. They're fighting.
Mikey, what do you want? You want a pizza pie?
You want some
Wait, look how
slop
big his
piped out of a tube?
look how big those fingers are.
Ah.
This did predict like the slop bowl trend, you know?
Yeah, you're
Like
this is
this,
them at Kaba.
when you walk up and you get the chicken shawarma bowl at Kava, this is basically what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not too far off. It's just a slop bowl.
Yeah, it's just like hummus, pretty much.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
crazy that article was called "You Can Call It a Slop Bowl, but It's Not Going Away." That's a crazy title.
Eat
Not
your
going-
slop, worker.
Wait, is this the do you guys ever go to, I think this is Sweet Green, where they give you like the hexagon bowl or something?
Yeah,
They started trying to sell French fries to save their business, apparently,
dude,
and it
sweet
didn't
cream
work.
is
Green?
actual slop. Sweet
I
cream
want to
sucks.
I want to talk a bit about the hexagon bowl. Like, I'm gonna pull up something. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you guys ever look at Saturn?
Whoa.
There's like
Oh,
a
that's
perfect
interesting.
hexagon on the pole of Saturn. Like, what is this?
Have we investigated this?
I don't know if anyone knows. That just seems like such a bizarre pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is the hexagon? I don't know. It seems like something's going on here. It's a persistent jet stream at the North Pole. They say it's like a stable six-sided wave pattern.
Whoa.
I don't know, man. It seems I don't know what's going on Saturn, but it's really weird.
It seems
when
like
have
it's
you ever-
making a lot of people gay.
Like, when have you ever seen a hexagon in nature?
Yeah, that's a good point.
A honeycomb.
It's true, but that's made by bees.
True.
Yeah, but that's
Anyway.
nature.
Well,
More
that's
like
like life. There's no life on Saturn.
Get your
Do you think
get your slop.
get the slop tube? This is so awesome when they're feeding them slop out of a tube.
Oh, and he just like comes down from the ceiling. Somehow he was in the ceiling.
I didn't understand that at all.
yeah.
Well, I think
man.
they're like monkeys that are like hanging out on bars.
You're like, what?
Also love how the alpha male just like caves so easily.
Yeah, Johnny just mogs them.
It is really funny that like he is like, oh yeah, I'm the big hot shot. I eat as much slop as I want.
Yeah.
You can have
It-
slop after me and my guys drink all this disgusting.
But that's like real world, Taylor.
We're all just fighting over slop at the end of the day.
Crabs in a bucket. That's what these guys are.
It's all about crawfish and peanuts in a Ziploc bag.
You're like I'm the man.
to.
Like I'm the man. I got enough disposable income to go to Cabo on my lunch break.
You're
Yeah,
like,
get
look at
out of my
let's see-
way.
Let's see Paul Allen's slop bowl.
God.
A distinct green hue.
Mud soup.
Do you love how he
Charcoal
shoves his
or-
face in it?
when he kills him, doesn't he drown him in the slop?
Does he kill him?
Well, it
I
doesn't
don't
kill
think
him.
he
He
kills
just
him.
gets him like he just
Oh, he
covers
doesn't
him in the
kill him?
slop.
I don't know. This is why I think this movie's better than most sci-fi I've seen, because
He just puts
Despite-
his head in
No,
it.
yeah.
we got an ad. Sorry, we got an ad. The black sheep sale. I just think this is like the bleakest future possible for humanity. Like, I think if humanity got nuked and entirely exterminated, it would be a more optimistic future than this. Like, fighting over who gets to eat slop and drowning another man in slop.
I am but a lowly Kinko language slave.
That is real life, though. Again,
Yeah. Truly.
this is a statement on real life.
I mean, it is. Everyone's just fighting over who has the nicest slop or who
It's
eats
like
the most slop.
it's like Christopher
Look at it, it's
Walken.
all over him.
Christopher Walken when
And
he's
I
like,
do love. Go ahead,
He
sorry.
kind of like picks it up. Is like,
And he gives it to the girl.
yeah.
there's some Freudian symbolism there. Giving slop to a girl.
Come get your fist full of slop
He's
for
like,
the
hey,
day.
hey, little girl, come get slop. God, what a bleak future, man.
Ew.
This is the darkest possible future of humanity.
You
He
know who
gives
the
the man.
sidekick? The sidekick kind of looks like Jesus.
I was gonna say that. Holy shit, you dude! I have that in my
Yeah.
notes. I said this guy looks like Jesus, and
Yeah,
that's why I like him.
his
I,
eyes
I
are
would be
so
shocked if we went
colorful.
into that guy's IMDb and he wasn't playing Jesus in like some really shitty direct to DVD movie or
I
something.
was I was gonna say he just has a very compelling face, sort
He
of like
does.
Kaneki in Greece. I don't know. I really, dude.
Yeah,
I
Kim,
Kim
don't
I
know.
think
Coates.
it's that Kim Coates guy. He
Kim
looks like
Coates.
shit now.
Oh, Kim Coates.
Is that
Yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix?
yeah, this guy does look. He does look really like Jesus in this movie. What was this guy in?
Yeah, we gotta dig in on this guy.
I think he
I
was
think
in a
he
bunch
was
of
in
slop.
Sons of Anarchy.
Goon? He's in a
He played.
Goon
I think
movie?
he played Napoleon.
That was Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, this isn't Joaquin. I thought it was Joaquin Phoenix.
No, this is like discount Joaquin Phoenix. Wait, is this man's name
Mom,
Kim?
or Mom, I
Dude,
want
he's
Joaquin Phoenix. We have Joaquin Phoenix at home.
yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Trav. He does kind of look like Joaquin Phoenix.
Dude, maybe he
Mm.
should have played the villain. I don't know. I don't know. He has very soulful eyes, though. He's so much more expressive than Johnny Goodboy.
Yeah, he
Like
is.
when he sacrifices himself at the end and the other friend, I feel like that was probably like the strongest emotional stuff in the movie, even though it's still a little goofy.
Also, not to get too crazy here, but can we talk about the fact that the Cyclos, their whole thing is they don't know how to actually work themselves, and they're like lazy and evil. The only thing they do like to master their craft is getting leverage over each other. That's all they do.
They do say like leverage like 100 times
Like
in
the
this movie.
whole movie, it's like it's literally them just trying to get leverage instead of actually
Yeah.
ever doing anything.
It is sort
Which
of
is
a very good depiction of corporate America, I will say.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
just think
another
I think it's very funny.
that's an
Yeah.
interesting angle that we haven't talked about yet. Like the Cyclos aren't doing this for national pride. Like this is all a business. Like they're all just trying to
Mhm.
like climb the corporate ladder, which is
There's even
interesting.
a scene too where they're like, "Yeah, but don't you remember that one statute that says that if profits are at risk, all other laws are null and void?"
That was really funny.
I
It
do
is.
like them. I like how they did this with the villains, other than how they look.
Yeah, like I do like the dynamic, but they're just trying to stab each other in the back. I think it's almost Shakespearean.
I
The
did not have
dialogue
you
is
calling this
so
movie Shakespearean on my bingo card.
the dialogue is so
Nah,
heavy-handed
but you
in the
know,
scene. Like
yeah.
Travolta's like, I did not teach you to scam well enough. You were a waste of time. You must be better at scamming. And then he ends up scamming him. I would
What do you
never
think of
double cross you, sir.
What do you think of Forrest Whitaker's performance in this?
It was
Why did
Actually,
they
kind of
give him
good.
like a fucked up eye? He looks ridiculous.
I feel like that he played the
Wait, does
character they wanted him to,
he
and he did it
actually?
well, but it's like goofy.
I feel like
Yeah.
half of his dialogue is just him laughing. Like
Mm.
that's all it is.
I mean, he's like the typical like sidekick nincompoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really.
Forrest Whitaker just has a fucked up eye. That's not a them thing. That's a Forrest Whitaker. I thought that was a choice to make him look
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
You fucking donut.
Why do the
Well,
women have
yeah.
horrendous male pattern baldness?
Wait, yeah, his wife. This was his wife in real life, right?
Yeah, it's almost like cartoonish male pattern baldness.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Here's where they're talking about like not paying the. Yeah. So this is where they hatch, or where Travolta starts to hatch the plot. I can't. I don't even know if I understand the plot, but it's like they don't want to pay cyclists to mine the gold or something. Like what?
Yes. They don't want to pay Cyclos to mine the gold, so John Travolta and his accomplice are going to devote all of their energy for weeks on end into having five humans mine the gold when they could have just mined the gold themselves.
and and they're also going to take the national security risk of teaching a human
Yeah.
everything and giving it their technology.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of funny.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
me-
yeah.
meanwhile, like the whole time the like half dozen humans are doing this, they're just sitting in bars trying to think of ways to like get leverage over each other.
Like, it's kind of plausible. To have like a bureaucratic society just completely dysfunctional. But yeah, I don't. It is really goofy, you know.
I don't like the whole let me try and think of a better way to say this. Like in the first scene where John Travolta's in the bar, there's a lot of like talking about how he's gonna like backstab the guy, but he doesn't ever actually backstab. I guess it doesn't like really pan out. And then later, when they find when John Travolta and his lackey Forrest Whitaker figure out, like, how did they figure out that the guy in charge was like keeping a separate set of books? Like, they don't actually show them like figuring this stuff out. They kind of just cut into a scene and they're like, this happened. It's
I think they
very
cut
like
some stuff out of the movie.
it
I
makes for a
watched
There was
really makes for a really bad like makes for a really bad watch, I guess.
There's a hell of a
Well,
lot
there
of
was
holes.
one scene where they're like, here, our plan is we're gonna release three of them. We're gonna like make them think that they
God,
escaped,
that was so
and then
bad.
we're gonna go see follow them and see what food they eat. But like it never shows them escaping or anything. It just cuts to like all three of them running through the hills because they probably realized the movie was too long and had to like cut that scene out.
I was
So it just
yeah.
skips.
Can we talk about that scene, or is there anything?
Oh, we
There's a
can get
terrible implication in what you just said, Travis, that there's like a 3.5 hour cut of this movie
oh, the
somewhere.
director's cut. You're
That's the
saying the
director's
director's cut's
cut.
actually really good?
It's like the Snyder cut.
Yeah,
Snyder
release
cut.
the Christian cut.
Um,
Well,
but yeah, that is also an incredibly dumb plan that they're gonna release them to see what sort of treats they like.
Here's
Can we-
they show the pickaxes in this scene. They show the comically large pickaxes in the scene Jamie just had up.
I don't know if is it where the humans are all mining.
Yeah.
I think we can kind of see them here. It's
What are
kinda
they
hard to-
doing? They're just like hitting
Are
stuff.
these the pickaxe? I don't know what.
Yeah, they look like Donkey Kong hammers.
Also, did you guys
Well,
like how the buildings outside had the original paint on them 1,000 years later?
Yep.
what do you
Loved
think
it.
it should have looked like? Just more like ruinous.
I think it should have
Yeah.
been like a pile of rubble. There's
Yeah.
no way it would have been able to sustain itself without like
It
constant
should have looked
maintenance
like
over 1,000
it
years.
should have looked like that movie that Tom Cruise is in, Oblivion. Should have looked like Oblivion.
Tom Cruise Oblivion. It's hard to find anything of buildings.
Search like landscape, maybe. I don't know. Like yeah, the one with the bridge there.
Like this.
Yeah, like that's how it should look 1,000 years
Oh, that
later.
would actually be pretty cool. Like a city
And
completely overtaken by nature again.
Grave
Mhm.
Converse and the books are still there.
Yeah, that was dumb. I
Well,
think yeah.
I hate that that whole ploy where they like release
Yeah, let's just talk about this now.
It's
The
like
the
the
plan.
fact that they know that like they know about dogs and humans, but they don't know what humans eat is uh just
Well, it's like, dude, they have like they invaded, and Library of Congress is there. They could just go read a book. They could go
yeah.
get an
They're just
encyclopedia.
they're just
Ah,
cartoonishly
jeez, dude.
stupid. I feel like
Yeah.
it's also unclear that they can't understand the cyclists at this point
That's a
Yeah.
great point. I didn't
because they can't talk.
understand.
Because like you'd think they could just ask them, but it doesn't actually make it clear that they're speaking different languages.
Yeah, I don't think I picked up that the Cyclos aren't actually speaking English until like halfway through the movie.
It's not. It's also like why even have that if you're gonna have them both talk in English initially.
Yeah.
I think I wrote a note. Remember when Carl Jung mentioned the part of the hero's journey where the enemy lets the hero out to find their favorite food?
You blew it!
Yeah. I think he envisioned that next to his like Liverpool dream.
Well, I think
that's
it's so
very
dumb
good.
that they spend 15 minutes on this really stupid plan. But it's also like I feel like if you're gonna do this, you should have it. It would be better if you didn't know that it was a trap. Like you were in the perspective of Johnny Goodboy, that like you thought you were free, but then you're not, and then it gets revealed. But it's just such a waste of time. It's like 15 minutes, and he's like, look, it's their favorite food when they're scrounging a raw rat. It's just so dumb, man.
Oh,
That's
you're too
horrible.
much!
It feels like it's like written by like a 10-year-old. It's just so. What's this Liverpool dream?
Oh, it's unrelated. I just wanted to drop it for you guys.
Check it out later.
You
Yeah,
know who
this.
who the sidekick also kind of looks like?
uh,
Oh fuck, I forget his name. God damn it.
Cool.
I don't know what to tell you guys. All right,
Well, as
He
anyway,
looks like
yeah.
he looks like Viggo Mortensen. That's who he looks like.
He does kind of.
I feel like he has a much more expressive face than Johnny. I find him very compelling just by his physiognomy alone. But this is just
Also,
so
like, if
dumb.
they wanted to give them a treat, why wouldn't they just like go get like women for them or something? Because they understand the concept of like human connection, and like 'cause later he uses like a woman to blackmail him.
It's just too dumb. Like it feels like it was written by an
Yeah.
8-year-old. Like this is an intergalactic, supervillain race, and they don't understand the concept of food. Like he's like,
Yeah, they don't understand the concept of cooking.
like intuitively, if you let people go and they try and kill the first thing they find and eat it raw, like
It's probably just because they're really hungry.
it's just so yeah. Like I wouldn't
Even
think
Forrest
that that's
Whitaker's like, that looks disgusting.
But I mean, in the defense of this film, I do get a lot of joy out of it. Like I watched it twice. I still laugh a lot at this scene. he's like, look how they savor it. It's just, and I love that they call them man animals. It's so funny.
I did find that pretty funny. Man animal.
Oh my god! Wait, this was my favorite. This was my favorite scene in the movie. He's like scolding Forrest Whitaker, and he bumps his head in the ceiling. He's like, lousy ceiling.
And then I think he blames him for it. He's like, I told you to get this feeling fixed.
How dare you?
That is kind of
It's like-
preposterous that like a major plot beat is that
Play it again. His face, his
Was the
facial
script-
expression is so insane.
Oh my god.
a major plot beat revolves around that ceiling being too short and him hitting his head, because then they have like the humans come in and like chisel it out with the ridiculous pickaxes, and that's
Wait, is
how
that what
they
that
get.
is?
Yeah, later on when the humans are like stealing information,
Oh.
it's because they're like breaking the ceiling down. Like that's so dumb.
Movie's so dumb.
lousy ceiling.
This is the point where I started envisioning him calling other characters from other movies crap lousy. Like I was imagining like crap lousy Mr. Cotter. Crap lousy Epstein.
Oh, you're too much.
Yeah, man. This was just like it's just so dumb because you already had the plot beat of them trying to even like exploring the same place and then getting caught by the cyclos, and then it runs it back again in almost the exact same sequence of events. It's so dumb. It doesn't work at all. Like why have this part where they escape and for him to get leverage with a rat so he can say, "Do you want lunch?" and shove a rat in a guy's face in one scene. Like, so
I mean,
bad.
dude, that's what I'm saying. All they understand is leverage. They don't understand like anything. All they understand is profit and leverage, and like brute force.
The scene where they drop the slop bowl guy over the cliff is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that this scene or?
I think so. Yeah, I think they corner them all, and then they're like, "The humans can fly. They were gonna jump."
Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't recall this. This
Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's
Travolta just in his little helicopter.
Oof, this CGI was so bad. And you know Travolta had to have a scene where he's piloting some sort of aircraft.
Oh yeah. Oh
that
yeah, dude.
that is in his contract.
I mean, he's the greatest pilot ever.
Oh,
he's better
look, the lowly Kinko language slave.
Yeah, I will say before we move on, I do think Travolta's a better pilot than Travis. But anyway, let's talk about this language slave. What were your thoughts on this content? What spoke to you that you wanted this as a drop? Was
Well, he's kind of like the Jar Jar Binks of
Mhm.
this movie, you know. Also, like I don't understand why they would go all out to like have a unique looking alien type figure and then put no creative thought into what the main villains are going to look like, you know? Just like I feel like they tried incredibly hard on this scene for no reason because it doesn't add anything
Well,
other
I
than
do like
other
the
than
world building
to
idea of a species that got like knocked out by them.
well, yeah,
true.
I
That's
I
the one
agree.
redeemable part.
I agree with Trav. In an attempt to take this film seriously, I think that you see this scene and the implication is that there's like it's not just the humans, it's the whatever they're
Yeah,
called,
I
Kinkos.
would have liked more
And
of
there's
this.
all these species that like the cyclos have eliminated, and we're just seeing like one of them, and then humans. Like I feel like that's like that's what I got out of it, is like it's kind of bleak. It's like you're looking at this species that they completely eliminated, but they got some use out of them before before they made them extinct.
Yeah,
But I like all that, but I wanted more of that kind of exposition to understand like how ruthless this alien race is. But like the purpose of that language slave was there just to like educate you on the language, and instead the language slave is going, "Oh, I'm a language slave. I'll probably be dead by the time you're hearing this. The cyclos wiped out my entire species." It's like like imagine you go into a training video at work and like the person giving the training is like, "Yeah, I was enslaved by the corporate overlords just to train you on how diversity in the workplace can benefit everyone."
Well,
Like,
knowing the cyclos, they wouldn't even like QA. They probably wouldn't even QA the video. They just like
true.
all they would care about is that it works.
All they would care is that they had leverage over the Kinkos.
They have an AI language slaves trapped soul of an exterminated race, yet they can't mine gold.
I
Or
don't know what to
understand what
tell
a
you
human
guys. All
or
right.
understand what a human eats.
You
Yeah.
think this is what goes on? Not to get political, but do you think this is like what goes on at the White House? Is they're all just like trying to get leverage over each other, but nobody's actually doing anything?
I think so.
Definitely on some level.
I was gonna make a really edgy joke, but maybe I'll say it during the break because I don't want to get canceled. I was gonna
Does it
compare the
involve a
Klinkos.
certain individual?
No, I was gonna compare to the Klinkos to someone else that's getting genocided right now, but I'll probably save it.
Oh,
And
In the Patreon?
I have no
yeah,
idea
put
what
it
you're
behind
talking about.
put it behind
so-
the Patreon.
Save
I was
it for
talking
the-
about Star Trek Voyager. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
what'd you guys think of the learning machine?
I
Again,
thought,
cool concept.
yeah, cool concept, but also I think it's exactly like it you know that this machine is designed for and made by the Cyclos because it requires zero effort
Mm.
to like
Yeah.
to learn. Like they're like, let's just take all the effort out of something so that way you can just like have it instantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found the following scene to be like really Reddit, really really Reddit maxing.
Oh yeah, he's like, this is molecular biology, and it's gonna help. Like with heckin' science arena, we're gonna win.
Like all of a sudden we just jumped into an episode of the Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga. This is engineering.
He's also he's talking to these people who are like basically just like chuds, like they have no understanding of
It's
anything. And he's
It's like
like, "Oh, it's a
Euclidean
triangle."
geometry will get us out of here.
It feels so dumb that they don't know math at all. I feel it would almost be more interesting if they had their own ideas of how things worked, or like if they rebuilt some sort of system of knowledge and philosophy, but it was
Oh, and then
completely different than this. I don't know.
in retrospect, so there's this like this scene here where he's like, our understanding is what's gonna get us through. But really what gets them through is like whatever he got from the knowledge machine that told him that there was a nuke in Fort Knox or whatever.
Mhm.
Like not
This
knowledge and
whole movie
understanding got them nowhere aside from just knowing where the military arsenal was.
got it just feels dumb. It's like you got the knowledge all zapped into your brain. It just doesn't feel like that satisfying of a process.
I did
Shows
want
them
to
how to
point
make an
out,
mRNA vaccine.
Oh, too soon, too soon.
so this whole scheme that Krell and Tur or Kerr, whatever the hell their names are,
I have no
that they
idea.
cooked up, they're pretty much like defrauding the corporation or whatever.
Mhm.
And funny enough, in real life, the production company that made this movie ended up like committing massive fraud on the budget of this movie. And
Chad, is that real?
later, what's that?
Is that for real?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
they like
Wow.
they overstated the budget of the movie by like $30 million, and I think they went bankrupt like almost immediately after the movie was released.
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me though. Yeah. You wanted to maybe do another 5-minute break and then finish off this stinker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm in.
Tell me about David Miscavige. Why has his wife been missing 18 years? Lot of loyalty for an OT2.
Or perhaps he's wondering why you'd put a Thetan next to a volcano before detonating a hydrogen bomb on him.
All right. We're continuing our look through Battlefield Earth. Where we left off, there's some trying to get leverage. I think, yeah, a little Epsteinish, but I don't know if is this where they get the jump on them?
Yeah.
When he tries to shove the rat down his throat.
Oh, yeah.
Leverage over a cyclo. That'll be the day.
Do you want lunch?
I do, again, I'm trying to take this movie seriously. I do like the general idea if I closed my eyes and I thought about like an alien taking a human to the Library of Congress and saying, "You can read everything. None of it'll help you."
Mhm. I do kind of like it too.
I like that. Unfortunately, I have to watch the movie while
Execution.
yeah.
Execution.
Can we prompt Sora 2 to remake Battlefield Earth?
Like if this was Jared Leto taking Ryan Gosling to a library and like throwing his body on the ground and being like, "Read it, you pig," I'd be like, "Okay, this is
Yeah,
this
that
is
would be
good."
Kino. That would be Kino.
Imagine if it's like Josh Brolin or something, or just like someone with just throwing
It's,
Brian Gosling on the ground.
it's Thanos throwing Iron Man on the
Maybe
ground.
that's a little cringe, but
Here's a casting
Some-
idea. What about the Harkonnen prince? I feel like he would have been a good one to play the Cyclo villain.
He has a
Ooh,
very
yeah.
evil look to him.
I think maybe. Oh, this guy is pretty evil. This one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel
Bill
like
Skarsgård, right?
the Harkonnens
Or
look
no, Austin
more.
Butler.
Oh!
Bill Skarsgård's the one that plays it. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could have gone a number of ways, but Travolta's just bad. I do wonder how hard it would be to deep fake the cyclos to just look different and talk differently with the exact same movie. I feel like that would at least there's still problems, but that would at least make it significantly better.
Yeah, I guess if you just picked up the Harkonnens from the modern Dune movies and dropped them in here, I think it would probably
Yeah.
it would do the movie a service.
Would Dune the movie a service?
I still do think this is better than Dune because it doesn't have Zendaya. But
Yeah.
this is actually a pretty good set. I don't. It seems like they put a lot of effort into this. Though
I,
maybe
s-
Travis would say the book should be disintegrated.
I
Do you
mean,
really
they
think
did.
that do you really think that the oh, never mind. Never mind.
Sorry, ad break.
I was gonna say something dumb.
No, say it.
No.
We're all friends
No,
here.
Taylor, say it, man. Come
I
on.
mean, no.
Hey, don't be such a dope, huh?
Oh, I was gonna. Oh, sorry.
This scene's pretty funny.
I was gonna say before we go on, I was gonna make a joke about him being like, "Hey Johnny, what do you want? You want a rat? You want a rat?"
Uh,
Yeah. So we get this scene with the cows. I do think on paper this is great that the cyclos just like are abusive to animals and delight in the cruelty, but it just is it comes off as so silly. He's like
well, yeah,
shooting the cow behind his back.
look at me. I'm like a battle tested warrior, and then he just slaughters a bunch of cows.
Yeah. He's like Frank Reynolds with his gun. It's
Start a
like
blast.
popping caps.
Yeah.
See, this scene really aggravated me.
In what way?
Well, we have this random tribe come out of nowhere, and then Johnny Goodboy has the gun, and he's like, "Oh, wait, we have to do what our forefathers wanted and reclaim our independence."
Yeah, he literally cites the Declaration of Independence, which he just read for the first time like 5 hours ago.
There was a little like jingo, a bit of jingoism in this movie.
Yeah.
This
What's
guy's
going
so
on, big
looked
guy?
like Jesus, man.
Yeah, he does. He looks almost exactly like the hell's his name? Blanking. Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this scene was just weird. He lets Travolta go and then they kill his friend right after, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "I will not kill your friend." And then
Oh, I
has
thought that was so cheap. It was so cheap and cheesy. I mean, I guess it's pretty fitting for a cyclo to do such a thing, but I was like, come on. It's like,
Yeah, it's like
he's
how do you I feel like it's a very hard balance to strike because if you want to portray a villain that is, completely sadistic and cruel and delights in suffering, like how do you portray that without being goofy? It seems like it's very I mean they fail horribly. It's just not it doesn't seem like an easy thing to do.
Well, it doesn't help that it's like a consistent bit that Travolta's like he makes promises and then he's like, I only promised you that I wouldn't do this thing. Kind of
They're
kills
just
the.
yeah, they're just ridiculous.
the slow-mo, Taylor, the slow-mo.
Dude, I hate every time like something bad happens and they're like slow mo, close up scream, and they're like
I don't think I
hairs
like slow-mo
flipping.
ever. I don't like slow-mo ever, I don't think. It's one of those things where it makes me think I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, like
Well,
uh, since ever since I got the new YouTube update on my Roku TV, for whatever reason, like sometimes I'll like pause a video and somehow it'll get set to like quarter speed. And it happened at some point in the movie and I like did not pick up on it because of how much slow-mo there was already. Like I think I watched like a good minute of the movie at quarter speed thinking that that's just the way it was, but it was because YouTube set itself to quarter speed.
Wow.
Dude, I searched in Google worst slow-mo ever, and here's what ChatGPT came up with. Just these words. I'm quoting it exactly. An old woman doing jumping jacks nude, barfing getting shot in the balls with a spud cannon, rape, your own
What?
conception, eating poop, watching a tooth get pulled out.
that's
It's that's what ChatGPT came up with.
Wow.
on, big guy?
I think I
What's
just
going on,
broke.
big
I think
guy?
I just broke ChatGPT.
Yeah, what's going on, ChatGPT?
Bullshit!
Yeah,
I digress.
that's kind of disturbing. This scene is dumb. He cuts off his hair.
Oh,
I I
I
also
didn't get
I
the
also
point of
didn't
this.
like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dante.
Well, I was just saying, like, I don't understand the point of him cutting his hair off. Like,
Wait, that's not an established cultural norm. He just does it, and we're supposed to just assume that's what like humans do now.
yeah.
I want to say I've seen something like it in other media, but I'm not sure.
The other thing I don't like about that scene is like Viggo Mortensen or whatever that guy is, his
Let's call him
sidekick.
Jesus. Just Jesus.
Jesus. um, he's like, he's specific. I don't remember exactly what he says, but he's like, you're right. We can't just like in that. He basically says in that last scene, you were correct. We can't just run. We have to. I don't know. The dialogue is really heavy-handed.
Yeah.
The previous scene where he's like, we can't kill Travolta. We need to like get closer and we can't just like run away. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
mean, it's just
being.
like there had to be a better way to write it because if I were in their position, I would just like put a gun to Travolta's head the whole time, or use him as leverage. They just give over all the leverage they had, and then get sent back to jail. Like, what do they gain from that?
You blew it!
A human getting leverage over a cyclo?
Oh, you're too much!
The
What do
exact
you guys?
quote is never engage in criminal activity unless you have a patsy. These guys are terrible.
I don't know if we can talk too much about all that stuff.
Also,
What do you guys? Oh,
how is a ragtag group of 24 retards going to do something the combined might of all the world's military couldn't prevent?
No!
Yeah.
it's a good
Yeah.
question. It's a very good question.
What did he say? It took 9 minutes for them to like fully decimate Earth
Just,
when they
yeah,
invaded.
destroy all of the world's militaries, but these 24 nincompoops are gonna somehow turn it around.
It kind of reminds me of Sabrina Carpenter's song 15 Minutes.
What's this tongue thing going on here?
Yeah, what do you think about the tongue? Why do you think she has a long tongue?
Love that drop. Love that drop.
It's good.
I think it's even more disgusting knowing that that's Travolta's actual wife.
Oh, yeah.
Also
should have
very
got the
surprising that
It
Travolta's had
is.
the same wife for like 20 years.
That's his
Yeah.
wife.
It's his wife. We should have got the Sam Hyde drop where he's like, "Whoa, that's my wife you're talking about."
What's going on, big guy?
You just tripped my wife.
Dude, oh my god, look at the goiter guy's feet. They're so big.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Look at the boots on
God.
this. I'm in awe of the absolute unit. Wow. So this is the scene where he gets leverage on the old guy, right?
Yeah, this is where they lay out that they figure out he's like got a separate set of books.
I watched this movie twice. I lost track of what was going on, honestly. Travis, was this you in flight school?
Pretty much. Some some like some like old evil big dude trying to teach a nincompoop how to use a simulator.
Wow.
What it is.
What'd you think about this scene? How accurate was it to your experience learning to fly?
Oh, I mean he tells him here, he's like, if you don't get it right the next time, I'm gonna like kill your girlfriend or whatever. And it'd be like, yeah, if you don't get this right the next time, we'll probably just fire you. So I kind
I
of,
thought it was kind of cool how they did
I
this
related
scene.
to him.
Oh, the simulator was kind of neat. And then they
But dude,
started.
again, why doesn't he just fly himself? Why does he need Johnny Goodboy to do it?
I mean,
This is so
it's
dumb.
ridiculous that they don't hire the Cyclos. There should have been a better reason. Something like
Well, they give him free enough reign with the like ships that they can fly from like Colorado to
yeah,
Washington D.C. and Texas.
and no one supervises them. There's not a tracker on them or anything. It's so ridiculous. It just should have been. I just feel like you need to rewrite this movie.
So what
John
I
Travolta is like inviting defeat.
Yeah.
yeah. I was reading the summary in Wikipedia, and it says that the reason the Cyclos can't mine it is because the gold deposit is in an area with elevated radiation levels. And I guess the Cyclos, if they're exposed to radiation, they like disintegrate.
That's a whole other like thing to talk about at the end of the movie with the
Yeah, but they
radiation.
No, let's
They-
not jump
Such
ahead.
a hack.
they
Such a
don't
hack.
explain it well at all. It's
Well, it's just like, how do they not have a radiation suit or some other way
yeah.
of remote or like
Yeah,
robots?
like
They can teleport across the galaxy, yet they
yeah,
can't.
you
They
made
need
that point
pickaxes for
earlier,
gold.
Nick. Like they can teleport people and stuff, but they can't make a mask or something or make a bodysuit
Yeah.
for. It's just so stupid.
I don't know what to tell you guys. All right.
It's just a poorly thought out world. They're flying around.
You love it.
I think. Look, it's better than half the sci-fi I've seen, and I think it's better than Pulp Fiction, despite its problems. Sorry, it's
Damn.
what
You
it is.
think this is better than Pulp Fiction?
I think it is. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm with you there.
I thought the
I'm
controversial ask was going to be me asking people if it was better than Look Who's Talking Now.
We'll talk about that at the end. Here's the thing. This movie is bad. Well, maybe I'll give my final take. But Pulp Fiction is cringe in a way this movie isn't.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
let's yeah. So they're carrying these comically large pickaxes around.
I couldn't get over the pickaxes. They're so stupid. If they're cyclo pickaxes, they should weigh like 100 pounds. It should be like impossible to use for like I don't know. Not to be like adding realism to this movie that
Yeah.
that is
Oh,
sci-fi.
also,
But
this scene where they think that the giant lions are still supposed to be there on the ground.
Wait, what they actually
Catch
say?
that?
Oh,
He's like,
Oh,
we
wow.
haven't left Colorado yet because we didn't cross the big purple line.
I
Like
think
he
that's
says right
kind
I
of
here.
didn't
cool.
pick up on that. That's so
I
dumb.
feel like that's kind of cool. I
We
could
haven't
maybe
crossed
see-
this line.
I could maybe see a future society thinking there's like, dude, people don't think Rosa Parks is real. So it's
We couldn't have crossed all these lines without seeing one.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess take a
somehow-
step back. Take a step back. Never show anybody a map ever, and then you give them one. I guess when they would get, I don't know. It's so dumb that you gotta like.
But somehow they used that map to get all the way to Washington D.C. from Colorado.
that is kind of dumb.
You don't think they know? You think they're a bunch of fucking morons?
Yeah, like how do they know what they're flying over? Like how do you know you're
Yeah,
over Indiana? if
the
you've never
the
been there?
implication was between the knowledge machine and like being in the Library of Congress for 10 seconds. He got all the knowledge he needed to orchestrate this giant plan.
Also, not to be like an asshole, but like at the speed that helicopter's going, it would have taken them like 2 days of flying nonstop just to get to DC. And where were they getting gas?
This helicopter's automatic. It's systematic. It's hydromatic. Why is it landing? I do like this background shot though. Like this looks cool,
Yeah.
but it is really dumb. I do like that they call it the Great Village. This great village was the capital of all our tribes.
But he's gotten all the knowledge. He should know that it's like what
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
that's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point. He should know that it was not just the Great Village if he knows what Fort Knox is and like understands what a hydrogen bomb is.
Yeah.
And yeah, the arming sequence for an atom bomb. But he doesn't know that the maps on the line are state boundaries.
And do they expect us to think that they found those bombs like based on this map with like giant symbols on it?
I have no idea.
But I mean, like, in this movie's defense, is this any less dumb than in Dune Part 2 where they find the nuclear stockpile?
I guess it is the same plot.
Yeah.
I might be
Yeah,
calling
I do like
Battlefield Earth
the idea
apology.
that they somehow know just based off this map with the symbols.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Do they find the... Wait, what do they even use the nukes for? Don't they only use the one bomb?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's just
just
the
take the
one.
one through the teleportation device.
So they just find one... They find a physical map with a symbol of radiation on it, and okay, whatever. They're mining
So
gold. Like,
stupid. Also, why has that gold never been mined before? It's in like Rocky Mountain National Park.
out in the open.
Out in the open, you can see the gold vein on the cliff.
Yeah. Would have been more interesting if they were like in a deep mine or something. I don't know. Do you think they would have found this in the gold rush? Also, what do they even want the gold for? Is it just greed?
profit.
The
They
the
gotta.
Cyclos.
Yeah.
The Cyclos need profit.
It says in the beginning it's the most valuable metal in the galaxy or universe or whatever.
I feel like they'd be able to find it on asteroids, but whatever. I don't know. They can teleport across the galaxy, but they need some gold from a mountain in Colorado. So here is where they come up with their plan to blow the dome. What did we think of this plan?
I mean, the plan's okay. There's some disbelief in here though on my part about some of the some of the tools they use to accomplish the plan.
Like what?
One of the
Like they go to Fort whatever and the lights still work and everything
Yeah,
turns
well done.
on and they figure out how to fly the jets out of there. And the nuke, they know how to use the nuke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
It all
saying. That's what I said at the beginning. Like, there's just like if there was just some ways they tweak this a little bit to make it more realistic and like make sense, it could have actually been good.
Mhm. Like it feels too contrived that it's just like, oh, he learned everything, so now he can come up with this very convenient plan.
I don't understand the point of blowing the dome,
They can't breathe the air.
but they have those little nubbins to put in their nose, and then they can breathe just fine.
Oh, you're saying like they could have very easily countered it by just putting the mask on?
Yeah, like all of the Cyclos could have just been like, "Oh, the dome just got blown. I'm gonna put my nose thing in, and
But
they're all fine."
you would also think as a safety precaution they would always carry oxygen on them since they're on a foreign planet or whatever they breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't understand how that was like the linchpin in the strategy was like they clearly John Travolta goes out in the open and he just needs his nose thing in and he's fine. So like if they blow the
Bullshit.
dome,
Bullshit.
they just all put
Yeah,
their
you'd
nose
think like
things in.
you'd think sometime in the past 1,000 years the dome would have sprung a leak and they would have learned from that mistake and like carried a mask around.
You guys
So
are thinking too smart. You're using your brain too much.
Yeah. You gotta write a sci-fi book, Taylor.
Gotta write a sci-fi book.
If you can think of all this stuff, you gotta become a hit
You're so-
sci-fi author.
Maybe I should make a cult.
Why wouldn't they just put the operation underground maybe if they can't breathe the air? That seems like better than building up a big dome over a city. Wait, do you guys remember in the Simpsons movie when they had a dome over the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's a little dumb. I don't know. I don't know why they have to blow the dome. I think the real part of their plan is to bring the nuke to their home planet, but maybe we can talk about that when we get there.
But I
So,
just
yeah,
don't understand why the dome like before the dome breaks, aside from it just causing chaos. Like nothing really changes. It's not like the teleportation device doesn't work. I don't know. I'm being kind of an ass. So I don't know.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, it's just like it's how it always goes when a movie's terrible. You want to like find the plot holes.
Yeah, but they're normally not so gaping wide holes. You know.
Yeah.
well, it's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. We
Who
don't have to
cares?
poke holes in the really
We don't need
dumb.
to. There's enough plot holes that we don't need to poke. I think yeah, the flight sim learning to fly in a few days is really dumb. I also don't
And they're
get why they
nuclear
didn't just.
scientists.
What was that, sorry?
And they're nuclear scientists
Oh
now
yeah,
too for
yeah,
this plan.
it's crazy. I also don't get why the Jets just didn't shoot the dome.
Yeah, right? Yeah, wait. What?
That is a great point.
Bullshit.
Like no,
Or why they
Jesus, we
didn't
need to fly into the dome instead.
or why they didn't use
Wait,
like one of
wait.
the nukes on the dome?
Well, they would all die if they nuked the dome.
Well, they could do it like in the corner of the dome.
There's no way anyone survives that. A nuke?
Well, wait.
Well,
Actually,
there's
now
like
that you say
smaller
that,
nukes.
The radiation poisoning would kill everybody.
No, there's like small nukes.
Maybe you know more about this than me.
No, I mean,
Do you even need a nuke though? With just regular explosive? I mean, how
or
is the
any
dome
bomb.
even
I mean,
standing?
that bunker was full of bombs.
The dome? How is the dome even standing up? It has like no supports. Seems like it'd be very easy to blow up.
it's a cyclodome.
This is so dumb. Well, let's talk a bit. What do you think about their plan to blow up the cyclone planet? I feel like it's so dumb.
I just think the jump from like Johnny Boy just trying to like live life to now he's a revolutionary for the human race is such a stretch.
It
Just
goes
because,
from like
just because he read the Declaration of Independence.
he goes from "fuck my stupid Chungus life" to like I'm gonna exterminate their whole race.
He's like 1776 will commence again.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
it's dumb.
Apparently, I'm like Googling right now. Apparently, the military used to have warheads that were like designed to be put in a backpack and only weighed 60 pounds.
And is it nuclear though?
Yeah.
But wouldn't I feel like wouldn't you get radiation poisoning if you were
Well, it says in
in
this article, it was like understood to be a suicide mission.
damn.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane.
Imagine if like somebody stole one of those from the stockpile. That would be bad.
Dude, yeah, what if you detonated one of those in a major like you could bring a nuke that fits in a backpack into a major city? That's like
Yeah, it, like would fit in
that's
like
like
check bags. It holds the distinction of being the smallest nuclear weapon ever fielded in terms of both weight and explosive yield.
that's kind of scary.
Allowed for yields ranging between 10 and 1,000 tons
What's
of
the blast
TNT.
radius of it?
Well, let's look up 10 tons of TNT blast radius. Blast radius calculator. I knew there'd be something like that.
This is important.
I feel like GPT just needs to answer this for me.
Also, the whole Fort Knox thing. Trav, go ahead if you have the answer.
No, I'm like still.
Well, we'll
go
just
ahead.
continue. Yeah, what about the Fort Knox thing?
Well, I feel like in the 80s, that's when, or even before the 80s, that's when Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard. And I mean, I feel like it was widely known that like Fort Knox didn't have any gold when the book came out, because I think it was released
Oh
like
wow.
in 82 or 83. And I feel like by the year 2000, especially during the dot-com bubble, I don't know. I just find that so corny that they're like, oh, we just have to go to Fort Knox because there's like tons and tons and tons of gold. And I feel like all my life I've always heard Fort Knox as like being kind of a joke for not actually having any gold in it.
I think I was maybe sort of aware of that, but I don't know if I actually even knew that. Maybe I'm a simpleton.
I like I feel like I've heard that, but I wasn't sure if it was actually like generally accepted. I do think the whole like thing is ridiculous though, that they like got gold bars from mining raw ore, and then he was just like, oh yeah, we set up a smelter and refinery in this cave.
We
And
smelted it into bars.
again, poking plot holes in this is, you know, pretty easy, but like that was just so like that felt like an insult to I don't know.
Yeah, they have like
movie,
pickaxes
like
and are mining a mountain, yet they have smelted gold bars. What do we think of this scene? I thought this was pretty funny where he's like, "Oh, friendly bartender."
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, he has the bartender's head. This was funny. And he shoots Forrest Whitaker's
Oh,
hand
you're
off.
too much.
Like a
Right, dude, I
poor
don't-
bartender.
yeah, it's just
Holy shit.
Just another mindless cyclo killing.
Dude, look at
Just
that nuke
cyclos
gun I just
killing
sent you.
cyclos.
It literally had a gun that they could shoot this nuke out of.
Jamie's trying
Wait,
to
like
pull
the
it up.
handheld or the backpack nuke?
It's in the yeah. Look, they made a gun for it too.
Holy shit.
That's
What the
crazy.
Oh God!
And then it says 100% instant casualty radius in excess of 520 feet. So it'd just be like a little nuke that they just shoot over there and blow up a
Wow.
little
It's
spot.
like Fallout.
I know it's like something. It is something out of Fallout. It's crazy.
It's kind of horrifying. Imagine if they had like 10 of these. Someone had 10 of these. Anyway, let's continue. So we get into the final action scene.
Yeah, this is
right?
all just horrible.
Well, here's my hot take that I mentioned earlier. Okay. I think this movie was like a premonition of 9/11.
Oh my God, Nick. I had that same thought
And here's my case.
when I was
The
watching it.
cyclists-
Yeah. I want to
The
hear it.
cyclists are like a colonizer race that are like exploiting the native population for resources, and then like they learn in a flight simulator how to perform a terrorist attack where they fly a plane into a building and then a bunch of rubble falls on everybody, and this was released in 2000.
Yeah. I was having very similar thoughts, especially when the dome was coming down and all the buildings underneath the dome. Like when they showed those like close-up scenes of like the building facades like crumbling and like imploding in on themselves, I was like, holy shit, the
And I
imagery
was like
is
looking like, is this a
Are you
common
saying-
thing in what?
Are you saying John Travolta is the CIA in this film? He teaches the insurgents how to fly, and then
What's
they
going on,
run.
big guy?
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of, right? Like,
he's
I
Muhammad
see,
Ali.
I see what you're saying. I think that's an interesting take on it.
like Johnny Goodboy's like Osama bin Laden. Like they
This,
literally learn in a flight simulator how to fly a plane into a building.
Ah, jeez, dude.
Like that's not
This-
common in sci-fi. I was looking up to try and find other examples. There's maybe a few where like a plane hits a building, but that's just like insane.
Did all
was
of
a-
John Travolta's movies like predict what was to come?
I mean, Hairspray, like a recession came after that. And then after his particularly bad spurt of movies in 2019, we had COVID. So I do feel like a bad Travolta movie is an omen.
Whoa.
I don't know, but is that not like uncanny though?
No, you're
Yeah.
right. I don't think I thought about it from that lens. That's really interesting.
I was pretty jarred by that realization.
That's
And there's-
crazy.
There's another scene earlier on, I don't know if I have it, but like they're walking through a yard and then like one of the pillars breaks and falls and there's like a bunch of falling rubble on them.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah, it's early on.
I don't know if I can find it, but it's it's a strange world, you know?
Truly.
Anyway, yeah, they there's just a bunch of action slop. They fight the cyclos.
The final scene is one of the most offensive action slop scenes. Where Johnny's running through something and like there's 6 cyclos shooting him, but it's not really clear where they are in relation to him, but the bullets are all kind of like hitting the ground and like making this like dirt fly up in the air. I don't know. The whole thing is just kind of like an aesthetic show. I don't really understand why the humans were breaking the glass here. I don't.
I was gonna bring attention to that. What does that remind you of?
Something that I don't want to say.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, continuing, we get to
Bullshit.
their plan to use the CIA's tech to blow up the dome. I don't. It's just really dumb. He I think
And he
Jesus like
sacrifices himself.
I felt like it was the strongest point of the movie when his friends sacrificed themselves, but even so, it was still kind of dumb. Yeah, you have
Well, yeah,
U.S.
your point, like
In the end,
Jets.
Jesus does sacrifice himself for the greater good, which is powerful.
Yeah, what was it, Travis? Though
I mean, to your point, yeah, the Jets could just blow it up. So it's
the Jets could just shoot the
that's silly.
supports. It's really dumb.
John does get Johnny Boy, good boy, gets John Travolta with the classic switcheroony, where he's like, "I'd really advise you not to hit that button," and then he hits the button. Classic movie trope.
Sort of like with the Thanos thing, maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe
was
not.
kind of
Nice thing.
I was very confused by that when like his arm is blown off and his reaction is to just grimace at John at like I didn't even realize this earlier on when when he cuts the bartender's head off. In that scene, he also shoots Forrest Whitaker's hand off, and like Forrest Whitaker
Yeah,
doesn't even flinch.
That I did
it's
write
weird.
that down. Like
Like what?
the CG blob where his hand was ridiculous.
Like
They don't
no
seem very
reaction
connected to like
whatsoever.
consequence.
Mhm.
Like when they get the jump on him earlier in the movie, and they are like pointing the gun at him and deciding whether or not they're gonna kill him. He's just like laughing.
Mhm. Yeah,
With endless options for
They don't
renewal.
seem to care.
yeah. It's pretty dumb. Yeah, so their great plan is instead of just shooting the supports out of the dome, they're gonna fly one plane into the top of it and have a bunch of canisters of fuel that should blow up.
Well, something else that I noticed while you were flipping through this final scene is there's another cyclo ship that gets uh I guess shot, and then it hits the dome and it just explodes with no impact to the dome. But then Jesus flies into the dome and he like successfully breaks through. I don't know, but none of his explosives.
It's also
All
like
there.
not even explained why is this the weak point of the dome. In Star Wars, they make it very clear that if there's a vent that you can shoot to blow up the Death Star. Here, it's just like fly into a random point in the top of this dome. A horrible explosion
Oh,
effect.
you're too much.
So bad.
The
What?
whole thing
Honestly,
collapses.
whatever.
It's
Whatever. At this point in the movie, I was like, all right, like let's just get it over with.
just yeah. Okay. It's just a premonition of 9/11. It's all just in the collective unconsciousness at this point. He had a dumb fight between Travolta and Johnny Boy. And then we get to the really
Blows his
dumb
arm
part.
off.
Yeah, he blows his arm. We
He
get to the
blows
really
up the
dumb
whole
part.
planet with one bomb.
Yeah, what do we think about this?
It's like
I
Ender's
couldn't stop
Game.
laughing.
So like I had to look this up because I was like, that is ridiculous. And like they're still
Yeah.
like so they're so they're doubling down on the notion that the atmosphere on the cycloplanet, like if it's exposed to radiation, it will immediately combust. And I guess bringing a nuke there to release radiation will just cause the entire atmosphere to implode. And It's like, okay.
This movie's so silly that I almost expected, like, when the planet blew up, that you'd see like some cyclo like flying through space screaming.
That would be pretty good.
How do you guys feel about like when there's hard rules in science fiction, it feels really silly. But when you take like if you somehow like applied this to like a fantasy story, a hard rule is not nearly, I mean, I guess because of technology, but like does technology kind of ruin these like ridiculous rules that science fiction puts on itself? Of like, oh, the cyclos are allergic to radiation.
Well,
Thus, the nuke makes the planet implode. You guys know
feel
what I'm
like
saying though? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel like this movie isn't like too bad with that, but I think they kind of just like make new rules up as the movie goes along. You know? Like the learning machine is a perfect example. It's like, "Oh my god, we got to mine. He chose us to mine. How are we going to do that?" Oh, you can just sit down in a learning machine and instantly learn how to do everything. Um,
It's just like for plot hole laziness. They just
yeah.
like they're like, oh, I don't know, just make them like allergic to radiation.
make up some sci-fi bullshit to plug the holes.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
feels it feels like it was written by like an 8-year-old. Their whole planet blows up if you. Why would they allow a nuke through the teleporter if that would blow up their whole planet?
Yeah, you think they'd have like customs,
Yeah, or you'd think they would just evacuate that planet if there was that if it was that big a weakness, or re-engineer their
or like
atmosphere or
have,
something.
or again have like an intermediary point where all things get teleported to before they get teleported to the home world.
Yeah, or yeah, something like that.
So
Just it's just crazy.
apparently David Miscavige had
Miscarriage?
he was on set every day of this movie, like in the director's ear, micromanaging pretty much every aspect of the film.
That's the guy
Really?
that took over the church
Yeah.
after
He's a
Huckleberry.
current leader.
Yeah.
I'm sure that all the good stuff in the movie was probably from him. All the bad stuff was from the director.
He probably
Funniest
came up with the rat subplot.
funniest possible outcome of this podcast as a whole is if we all read Dianetics and are all like, you know what, this kind of makes sense.
I can't say it's wrong.
Well, yeah,
You
I've
know?
never read it. I can't say
I've
it's
never
dumb when I
audited
haven't.
myself with an e-meter. Well, we get to
Could you
the
imagine getting into an argument with a Scientologist and like their version of like cope and seethe is just like, that's very engram pilled.
That's very OT1.
Yeah, it's very you have no connection with your Thetan at all. Engram pilled chud.
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, I really dislike the teleportation. It feels so cheap. Like there's not it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's hard to visually grasp like, oh, he got to the teleportation platform and then they just blow up their whole planet. It's so dumb. And also this whole ending where they talk about Johnny Goodboy's logic is that the Cyclos won't kill humanity because they'll be even more mad at John Travolta. I don't see how the Cyclos wouldn't just nuke humanity after this.
Yeah, they can take their vengeance on John Travolta and then also just pick up where they left off and strip mining the planet.
It's
And
like,
maybe they wouldn't know. Like
I
maybe they
mean,
wouldn't
possibly,
find out.
but how would they not know?
I mean, we want to talk
I
about
don't know.
leverage.
A rogue.
They gave the like John Travolta's sidekick all the leverage because he's the like representative now. He can just sell out humanity when the Cyclos come back.
But I'm trying to think of what it's like. Like imagine if North Korea nuked the United States, like the West Coast, and then Kim Jong Un said, "Oh, there was a rogue CIA agent that was being really mean to us, so we had to nuke you." I don't see how we wouldn't just wipe them off the face of the earth at that point.
I don't know.
Like Travolta's literally just a bureaucrat too. It's so funny. What did you think about the beautiful poetic imagery that all Travolta wanted was
Surrounded
gold,
by gold.
and now he's surrounded by gold at the end? I mean, this is Kino to me.
It's a little heavy-handed, but it's honestly not that bad.
It's Kino to me, you know.
Bullshit.
Wow. Well, any we can go into maybe our final thoughts. Anything else before then? I think that's pretty much the movie.
No, I don't think not for me
Well, I think
anyway.
we'll all probably be rating it on Dooms. So feel free to use either the Doom or the Flick to Kino scale. Who wants to start?
I can give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Battlefield Earth 4 dooms.
Whoa.
Four big stinky dooms. But I will say I still think that I like this movie more than Staying Alive.
Wow.
What about Look Who's Talking Now?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Battlefield Earth over Look Who's Talking Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
How about you, Travis? Why don't you go next?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give it Flick. I'm not even gonna put it on the Doom
Holy
scale
shit!
Whoa.
Shit.
Oh God!
because,
Damn.
as I said at the beginning, this is a movie that if it wasn't so terrible would actually, I think, be pretty good. And they were tinkering around the edges of some good stuff, and I yeah, I'm gonna go Flick. I'm not even gonna Doom it.
God damn. I might need to rethink my rating.
donut.
I don't know, Taylor. How about you go next?
Is Flick the lowest on the scale?
Flick, yeah, Flick movie film cinema Kino.
I'm gonna give it a Flick. I'm gonna say though
Or you could
that
doom it if you think it's bad. Like Flick is the lowest of the decent ratings, and then do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dooms are like it's a bad movie.
yeah, I mean I would say Flick or like 4 or 5 Dooms. I think
Well, no,
the
4 or 5 dooms is like the
That's a
lowest
big
possible.
difference.
oh I thought Flick was comparable to 5 Dooms. I thought
Here,
that
wait.
was
Let me write out the full scale in the search bar. It's like
What
Doom
did you say?
5.
Like I think I gave Look Who's Talking Now 5 Dooms, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay, so the Dooms
This is the
start
full.
below
Yeah,
Flick.
yeah. This is
Okay.
the full scale.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'd give it like 4 Dooms. I think the
Damn.
idea of this movie could be a film, possibly. I think that from a Scientology perspective, it's interesting. I definitely like. I would put Look Who's Talking Now below this in a big way. In this movie's credit, I don't think it was trying to sell me anything. I don't think there was any wacky little characters that were intended to be sold as toys. I don't know.
The
There's
Jar
some
Jar
things that
Binks.
there's no Jar. Well, I guess we did say there's a Jar Jar Binks, but I don't know, kind of different. I don't
It
know.
is interesting that it's not a kids movie at all.
Yeah, I think it sucks really bad, but I think the idea could be really cool if somebody else did a much better job with it.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I'd probably give it like, I don't know. I know I said it's better than Pulp Fiction. I'm somewhat facetious there. I feel like it is. It's more like one or two dooms. It's pretty bad, but like others have said, I could see it being redone it to be very good. I will say it didn't. It is better than Look Who's Talking Now because it didn't disgust me in the way that movie did. I think I think in general the message of honor, bravery, friendship over corruption and backstabbing is a good message, but I think it fails pretty bad
The
at what it
execution
tries to do.
was so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, there's no mentions of infidelity in this movie, I don't think.
It doesn't stick a camera in a dog uterus, so I think that's really like very
Oh.
solid.
Yeah.
There's no weird stuff with kids and dogs, so and it is much more entertaining than Staying Alive. So yeah, I don't know. It's just must production just didn't go right. But you can't win everything. I like that it tries to tell a unique story. It's unironically better than the Star Wars sequels.
That I can agree with.
Cool. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts? Or are we good to? Oh yeah. I guess next episode we'll probably be doing Wild Hogs or Hairspray. So we got to decide.
What about Michael?
Ooh,
Are we gonna do Michael? You want to do Michael?
I don't know what Michael is, but
Let's
I would
talk about
love
that
to do
after we
Wild
close
Hog.
out. Any final thoughts?
No.
I got
I am
nothing.
excited to see what else John Travolta has in store for us.
That's a great note to end on. I do feel like we're getting into the beginning of the end of Travolta.
Oh
It's
yeah.
exciting. It's exciting. Well, thank you for listening, dear listener. Remember to subscribe to our Patreon, and also make sure to pick up Sabrina Carpenter's newest album, Man's Best Friend. See ya.